Good morning. Thursday is a new Friday. You're watching Good Morning Kenya right here on KBC Channel 1, and we are about to bring the entertainment down. Well, before we work on matters entertainment, just to remind you that you can be part of this conversation, get us on our socials, including X at KBC Channel 1, at Vivian Degwa, and at Ray Manyara, and also at Mike Mwigwe. They're on the other side of the studio, and in not too long, you'll be able to see them. There they go. Hi, guys. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I don't know if you all received a memo of just looking dull and dark. I know it's January, but come on.
Actually, it's the 22nd.
Yeah,
it's the 22nd day of January, but someone was complaining that it feels like the 65th day of January.
Surely,
so
I think we are
understand
beyond.
our dressing.
No, you guys are too dull, man.
There was a time when January used to be 6 months. This is like.
I think we've done better. I think we have done better. But guys, tuchangamke, you know, they say there's something, it's called psychology of color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in the same spirit.
Which is?
We're in the
darker,
same spirit.
Yeah,
we're thinking of each other.
Dark times.
It was put in us.
Especially you, Mike, in black, the DJ Unique is in black. Then we have a deep maroon from Vivian.
Yeah.
Not forgetting Laura behind the scenes.
She's in black too?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Maybe I'm the one who missed the memo.
You missed the memo.
Because even looking at the team behind this, the camera.
Yeah. On camera we have black.
Everybody's in black,
Navy
with the
blue.
exception of our producer Fatili, who is in mustard. So
Yeah.
I think me and Fatili, we're fine.
Yeah.
It's a happy morning.
I'm sure you just told him that color. He was sure he was wearing brown or orange.
No, orange.
Oh, Fadili, I'm sorry. It's not orange. Whatever you're wearing is mustard, not orange. So good morning. I don't know what we are anticipating but from my look of things, and as far as the bulletin is concerned, we're going to be keeping tabs on what is happening in the political scene, as well as a keen focus on the health status, especially within Nairobi County. So, Vivian, what do we anticipate on your end before I bring you up to speed with those stories that are making headlines?
Well, when it comes to entertainment, you sure do know that we've got you covered 100%. So we'll be having a lot in store for you. We'll be having interviews with artists right here on the show. And of course, we'll do a bit of a banter here and there on what has been making headlines in the entertainment scene. And as you have already seen, my DJ is in studio. So Unique, the DJ, what will you be having for us?
Great music, always. New music. We have some of the new music that have been released. Let me just take you through them before I play them. So keep it locked. Steve Simple Boy, he has a new song called Pesa Ziko, Mutoria, and this song of Mutoria and Irish, Day One. This song is so beautiful. Like Kenya kuna talent.
We
really have
much
very good talent in Kenya.
Mutoria is very talented, and of course Arosh as well. So I'm sure it's a beautiful song.
A very beautiful. I've been listening to this song like for the whole of the wiki yote. A very beautiful song. Kuna Brandy Maina, he has a new song called Blue, and the Prince. Up Buruka. Now that challenge, we have to do it today.
I have to teach you, Ray. I have to teach you that challenge.
No.
Can you do this? Wait. Just do this. Just have your hand here.
No, I need to see how it goes before I embarrass myself.
No. Just have your hand here. It's easy.
You show me first, then.
Okay, you just have your hand here and then down and then that.
What?
Up, down.
Well,
Up, down, and then up, down.
Oh, clearly.
Yeah, so that's the challenge.
Like it's really the way it's being named Up Burukanga.
Burukanga. So
up,
bigger
then you
up,
Buruka.
I've been
Burukanga.
hearing that song.
Yeah.
I've seen some memes, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that one, exactly.
It's the trending song on TikTok specifically. So we have to do that challenge.
Okay.
True.
Yeah.
And also,
I volunteer to record as you guys are doing the challenge. Clearly out of my league, but at least when my teen daughters do it, I'll know.
At least you'll not be.
Yeah. Actually, they tell me, Mommy, just, actually, what my Gen Alpha told me yesterday was, Mom, your turn is over.
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
And the Gen Z are out. It's our turn.
Wow.
So I'm asking her, what do you mean it's your turn? I'm like, yeah, sisi ndio kusema. I'm like, okay,
The
guys.
alphas now.
I've not even caught up with what Gen Z is doing. Yeah, hii syllabus mnaipeleka a little bit mbio tu sana.
Now enters Gen Alpha.
Yes, now I don't know what's going to happen. See, unfortunately, parenting doesn't come with a manual. We learn on the go. And you remember when we were talking about new music in the 80s, our parents were wondering what's going on when we were talking about P-Unit, Nonini actually. Nonini and his songs were, I mean, even Manzi wa Nairobi, you remember the controversy? It was actually discussed on the floor of the National Assembly then, you know, in terms of the content and such. I'm wondering what they're thinking about the content of music right now. Because I had a certain song and I'm still processing. I can't even repeat the words that I had, and when someone explained, I was like, oh my God, okay.
And you know the street parlance, quote unquote, Sheng, has evolved. That is how you know you have become old, when you do not understand a word.
You see, for me, Goda was like, I can't understand what it is. Then I had a song, and I'm sure you know what I'm alluding to, that I cannot even repeat those words. And I'm like, wow, okay, okay, right. So I'll not judge you. We also had our type of songs, the manyakes and all that stuff. But then you guys, okay, let me not criticize much. I'm waiting to hear that song by Irish. Is one of the artists that I like, Unique the DJ. I'll be looking forward to sampling that too. Steve Simple Boy mwenye anasema pesa ziko, well, good for him. He's been trending with his ex, Pretty Vichy there. At least I've been keeping up with the gossip and such. And we also need to talk about how misuse of this particular platform that is social media. I think it's a high time that we see what has been trending, Vivian, the lady there and the gentleman and, you know, all that stuff. I think it's a conversation that we all need to have, because we were also treated to a similar incident sometime last year by some artists there who decided to take their beef online. As we bring that to a close, the banter that is, let me take you through what has been making headlines in the last 12 hours. And remember, you can be part of this conversation. Get us on X. Good morning once again. I'm Regina Manyara. Now let's start off with politics, where the ruling United Democratic Alliance, UDA, and the Orange Democratic Movement, ODM, are expected to hold a joint parliamentary group meeting before the resumption of Parliament in what is said to be stock-taking of the implementation of the 10-point agenda and the National Dialogue Committee report. President William Ruto yesterday evening met Agnes Zani-led committee in charge of implementation ahead of the expected meeting, with the head of state pledging his support so that the team can fully deliver on its mandate. The process of implementation, he says, is designed to unite Kenyans through inclusive national dialogue and restore trust in public institutions by fostering transparency and accountability. In the meantime, the president has also sanctioned charges in Kenya's diplomatic missions in Brussels and in Uganda. In a clear swap, former Kisii Deputy Governor Joash Maangi will leave his station in Kampala to Brussels, Belgium, where he will serve as an envoy to the country and the European Union, while former Budalangi Member of Parliament Ababu Namwamba leaves Brussels to replace Maangi in Kampala, Uganda. Well, we'll be keeping tabs on that. Now is still UDA there. National Executive Committee has resolved to conduct a repeat election following numerous complaints on the recently concluded grassroots elections. UDA Chairperson Cecily Mbarire said the decision to have a repeat election is to ensure that the exercise is free and fair. The party will conduct repeat elections in selected polling centers across the 42 counties scheduled to take place between the 7th of March 2026 for the phase 3 elections, as well as the 28th of March 2026 for phase 2 of the elections.
After what they termed as a shambolic grassroots election for the United Democratic Alliance UDA that took place a week ago, the party is set for fresh elections in a month. UDA party chairperson Cecil Mbarire said the decision to have a repeat election is to ensure the exercise is credible, reflecting the party's transparency in electing its members before the 2027 polls.
Registration for aspirants seeking various positions for the polling center congress commences today on the party website. There's a portal where the aspirants can register, and we encourage them to start registration today.
The party has also resolved to establish a UDA aspirants forum to enable those seeking positions to do so.
Kwa ajili ya kuhakikisha tumeanza kuleta vuguvugu la hawa wawaniaji wa hivi viti tofauti, tutaanzisha platform ama forum ambayo tutaita UDA Aspirants Forum, ambapo itawajumlisha wote wale ambao wanawania viti tofauti kutoka ugavana hadi members of the county assembly.
The UDA party has in the meantime said it will soon engage with the Orange Democratic Movement on a structured negotiation.
We want to make sure that all our leaders and all our party organs are involved in the process that we did mandate the party leader under the NEC organ, mandated him to engage with ODM in structured negotiations to make sure that as we go to the 2027 elections, we have a party, one that has proper governance structures and whose mandate comes from the people, right from the grassroots, and two, that as we strongly believe, this party, the Kenya Kwanza Coalition, is a party that is forming government after next year's elections.
Their remarks come as the Committee on the Implementation of the 10-point agenda met on Wednesday afternoon with the UDA party leadership to discuss the pact.
The 10-point agenda has given us a basis for working with the ODM. We have achieved some of the proposals that were made therein. In fact, if I'm not wrong, this afternoon, the Committee on the Implementation of the 10-point agenda has actually a meeting with the party leader of the UDA party and the leader of the Kenya Kwanza Coalition to bring him up to speed on what has been achieved so far and what is still pending.
UDA? Elsewhere, a section of leaders from UDA in Nairobi County has welcomed the negotiation between the ruling party and ODM ahead of the 2027 poll, saying it is the best for the country.
We know what the president has been doing. The president has dealt with issues of affordable housing, something that was very integral in his manifesto. The president has dealt with issues of bringing people together, where the president has brought the ODM party together with UDA party. The president has brought on board other several parties and all other factions politically to ensure that there is cohesion in this country.
Sisi kama UDA tuko tayari vile president alifanya kuungana na vyama vingine ili tuendeleshe siasa za president mbele.
Yeye amefanya kazi mzuri sana, amejenga manyumba. Na hii manyumba unapatiwa tu kufungua, unaenda fungua nyumba, hakuna broker, hakuna lawyer.
We are not here to fight anybody. We are here to work with the president as his foot soldiers in the grassroots so that we may forge ahead to the coming elections.
Still on politics, a Ford Kenya party has announced plans to hold nationwide grassroots elections by the end of April in a bid to reposition itself politically. Speaking in Nairobi on Wednesday, the party deputy leader, Ken Lusaka, has also reaffirmed their commitment to the Kenya Kwanza Alliance and support for President William Ruto's re-election.
Kenya Party's Management Committee met in Nairobi on Wednesday, where key resolutions meant to strengthen its grassroots presence were made. According to party's deputy leader and Bungoma Governor Ken Lusaka, Ford Kenya resolved to conduct grassroots elections by the end of April 2026.
These elections are aimed at 1, strengthening party structures from the polling stations, ward, constituency and county levels. 2, enhancing internal democracy and inclusivity.
Grassroots elections, which are starting in April, as announced by our PL, are aimed at, first of all, refilling those positions where members may have moved to other parties or members are deceased.
The party also vowed to stay firmly within Kenya Kwanza Alliance, pledging full support for President William Ruto's re-election bid in 2027 general election, while also expressing support for planned talks between UDA and ODM expected to form a merger ahead of the elections.
Ford Kenya is very happy to be in the Kenya Kwanza coalition. And in this coalition, we welcome other brothers, parties from other areas.
We'll also go and negotiate for what we can get. So as it is now, whatever you're saying, they are negotiating for the position of deputy president. These are still speculation.
Meanwhile, a section of youth delegates from Orange Democratic Movement have come out in defense of party unity and the broad-based government, calling for discipline, stability, and full implementation of agreed reforms.
This youth movement stands firmly behind Dr. Oburu Oginga. Any theatrics that are going to be brought by any politician, be it Babu Owino, I saw him the other day speaking, saying that the party should be handed over to him. He will tell us what mandate he holds because we are the delegates. And we are telling him that if he thinks he's bigger than Daktari, he should go and form his party, as my comrade has said.
Dr. Oburu has never at one point shown the interest of chasing any political leader from this party. But why is it that they cannot respect him? Why is it that they cannot give him time to lead us?
Elsewhere, Matungu Member of Parliament Peter Nabulindo has asked Cooperative and MSME's Cabinet Secretary Wycliffe Oparanya and Kakamega Governor Fernandes Baraza to put aside their political differences and stop fueling what he termed as divisions within ODM in Kakamega County.
Unakuja Kakamega, tunagawanyika. Hata sisi wenyewe viongozi hatuoni kama hiyo ni kitu ya ajabu, ni kitu uniki kwamba Kenya nzima is only one county which has two factions of ODM. Kwa hivyo mimi siungi mkono faction yoyote ama siungi mkono mgawanyiko wa ODM Kakamega.
And we'll continue keeping tabs on the developments in as far as matters politics is concerned. Now, more than 80 members of the Kiambu County Assembly MCs have thrown their weight behind Governor Kimani Wamatangi and vowed to defend him from any impeachment attempt. Though they insist that there is no motion of confidence against the governor that is yet to be tabled in the Assembly, they have accused a section of elected leaders in the National Assembly from the county of organizing night meetings with another group of MCAs to hatch an impeachment motion. Now the governor, that is Governor Wamatangi, is currently in the middle of a storm following the court's directive to freeze his accounts. He alleged withdrew his security detail and the demolition of his business premises in Nairobi. The MCAs have called for the immediate reinstatement of the governor's security detail and an end to alleged state-sanctioned harassment.
Sisi tumesimama na gavana Wamatangi 100%. Na hizo mambo ambazo zimepangwa, wenye wanafikiria kwamba kunaweza kuwa ati kutaweza kuwa na mambo ya kumng'atua kwa kichwa kwa kiti kwa njia ya impeachment, wajue kwamba sisi ndio wenye kura za county assembly. Na hakuna mtu wako hapa anaweza mtoa kura kwa kiti gavana Wamatangi.
Kwa nini wanataka kuleta impeachment ili hatujui? Na sisi kama wabunge wa Kiambu ambaye tuko hapa, leo tutasign, tuna confidence yetu na governor na itakuwa table leo hapa kwa ofisi yangu ya speaker. Hakuna mtu anaweza leta mwisho nyingine tukiwa na ile ya confidence mpaka miezi 6 ishe.
Hawa watu wanaona wakiambua ati ndio wamepoa pesa huko nje ndio waleta impeachment kwa bunge. Let them trust us. We won't allow that someone kukuja na hiyo impeachment hata kwa gate.
Well, now the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has invited qualified applicants to apply for temporary positions ahead of the February 26th by-elections in Isiolo South constituency, West Cabras, Evore and Muminji wards before Monday, January 26th. The positions include support electoral trainers, presiding and deputy presiding officers, as well as polling clerks.
Isiolo South residents are witnessing a historical first as siblings take on each other ahead of the February 26th by-election.
In 2027.
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, has invited qualified applicants to apply for temporary positions ahead of the mini-poll. The positions include support electoral trainers, presiding and deputy presiding officers, and polling clerks, with the commission urging Kenyans to apply before the deadline on Monday, January 26th. The electoral body has emphasized that these positions are critical to the smooth conduct of the upcoming by-elections and form part of its ongoing efforts to enhance credible, transparent and efficient electoral processes in the by-elections. Jubilee's Bina Mohammed is wrestling with her brother Tubi Mohammed, who secured a UDA ticket for the seat that was left vacant by their late father.
Away from matters politics, we delve into health, where health services at the Mama Lucy Hospital in Nairobi County are almost grinding to a halt, with interns left to attend to patients following the stalemate of clinical officers and the Nairobi County doctors, which has paralyzed services to at least 75% of health services. Now addressing the media after visiting the facility, the Kenya Union of Clinical Officers maintained that they will not resume work until the demands are met, including signing of the collective bargaining agreement, payment of 19-month salary arrears to Global Fund staff, and absorption of UHC staff to permanent terms. The union, however, has been invited for a consultative meeting by the Council of Governors on Thursday, which happens to be today, to resolve the concerns raised with the hope of restoring normalcy in the country's public hospitals.
Where all public facilities currently are minimally operating, actually closed down. Nothing is happening. A facility behind us on a daily basis, when it is functioning normally, sees more than 3,000 patients. We have checked. The patients who are being attended here, even by the interns and the students, are less than 300. So where are the other 2,700 patients? And that is a replica of other facilities that are purporting to be working, and we know very well that they are not working.
This is my workstation. I am a reproductive health specialist and I work here. Ukiangalia vizuri, you will see nice cabros, good paints, good flowers. The walls are well painted, but the workers that work here are not treated with the dignity that we deserve. We have specialists, we have employees that have stagnated in the same job group for 10 years. That is not dignity. That is disrespect. We have negotiators in these counties that have been employed by the governor. We sit, we negotiate, we agree on an agreement, we go back to work, and they laugh at us. They implement nothing, and they want us to sit down and start negotiating afresh. So we have said we are not going back to work until they honor and implement the agreement that we entered into last year, July 2025 on 16th.
So we'll be keeping tabs on whether the Union of Clinical Officers is going to honor the invite by the Council of Governors to discuss that particular stalemate. Now to business, plans are underway to begin construction of a modern terminal at Lichota Airstrip in Migori County at a cost of $300 million over the next 12 months. Kenya Airports Authority Board Chairperson Caleb Kostani says the project has been earmarked for operationalization immediately upon completion to enhance regional connectivity and economic growth. County Governor Ochilo Ayako said the modern facility will open up the airstrip to more opportunities, including flights from neighboring countries such as Tanzania and Uganda.
What we did as an administration, with the consent and agreement of Kenya Airports Authority, was to put up the facilities you see there, that little terminal and the other supporting facilities, so that our people would connect to Nairobi. Our guests would also connect to Migori from Nairobi.
We want to expand the runway to 2 kilometers so that you can be able to take more aircrafts, bigger aircrafts, fully loaded. And we also want to actualize the international part of this airport. So we shall have an immigration officer sitting here so that people can take their international flights to Serengeti and land here from Tanzania or wherever.
Remember, you can get further details in regard to what is happening in the business circles on our website, that is www.kbc.co.ke. But now we bring you up to speed with stories making headlines in the sporting arena. Now, we have a team that left the country, that is a Kenya national futsal team, left the country yesterday for Namibia ahead of their 2026 Futsal Cup of Nations qualifiers against the host. Now, before their departure, the Kenyan team gauged their ability by playing ASEC Huruma in a friendly match at the Kasarani Indoor Arena. The team, which reported to camp last week, will face Namibia in the first leg of the first round qualifiers on the 23rd of this month and then play a return fixture on the 28th of January. Should they beat Namibia, they will face Libya in the second and final round of qualification. The qualification campaign will be played over 2 rounds with 18 teams competing for 7 available slots at the continental finals. The 7 qualified nations will join the host and defending champions Morocco in the final tournament. Indeed, that effectively puts a couple of matters in the headlines this morning. Be sure to just peruse our website for further details as we keep tabs on what is making headlines. I want to leave you in the capable hands of Mike Migwe and my colleague Vivian Degwa to take you through the rest of the programming, just reminding you that Thursday is the new Friday, and that's how we do it. I'm Regina Manyara. Have a pleasant day ahead.
Tunatambulika kwa mandhari yetu ya kuvutia,
tamaduni zetu, ukarimu wetu, vyakula vyetu, uchapakazi,
na pia kwa sauti tofauti za watangazaji wetu waliobobea.
Libengo niko hapa aka upcoming sponsor. Bila shaka hapa ni kama Pedeshe, ma Deep State, pia vile vile Cartels.
Tunaenzi talanta za pwani, tunakuza talanta za hapa kwetu nyumbani.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tuko mjengoni kama kawa na wanangu wengine wawili.
Usikose kutegea 103.1 Pwani FM, stesheni ambayo itakupa fursa ya kupata uhondo kamili wa pwani na kuleta Wakenya pamoja.
Pwani FM, tafrija ya kipwani.
Katika Qur'an tukufu, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anatuamuru tukumbushane, kwani kukumbushana kunawafaa waumini. Kwa mujibu wa hadithi, Mtume Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam anatushauri tueneze ujumbe wake angalau kwa aya moja. Basi tunatia ari kufanya ambacho ni jukumu la kila Muislamu, kukumbushana mema na kukatazana maovu. Tunakuletea mawaidha za mashehe, wataalam, maustadhi, madrasa, makala spesheli na Optifatuma Yakub, mafunzo na historia za mitume na maswahaba, na burudani kupitia nashid na wasifu za munshid. Tazama ukumbi wa Kiislamu nami Alishe kila Ijumaa saa 9:30 katika KBC Channel 1.
Are you a talented artist, or are you passionate about a topic you want to discuss? But money can be very hard to find for an upcoming artist. Don't worry, Studio Mashinani has got your back. Sign up on ajira.co.ke to book a session with your music and video producers across the country. Work on your music, jingles, spoken words, and even podcasts to realize your dream, all for free. Studio Mashinani, Radani Talent.
Thursday is the new Friday right here on Good Morning Kenya. This is Entertainment Thursday, and my name is Mike. Before we get into the entertainment part, I want us to focus on something very important. It touches on young people, and this is in regards to using sports for diplomacy. Because remember that the youths are increasingly becoming part of the political conversation, part of what happens within governance, and also when it comes to peace. What is their role? And also, sports diplomacy, can it achieve measurable outcomes where other efforts have failed? And for that conversation in studio, I'm joined by Daniel Juma Omondi, who from the African Regional Representative Global Peace Foundation. Karibu sana.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing this morning?
We are doing great.
Yes.
It's amazing to be here again after the New Year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also Joy Gita, who is a lawyer, peace practitioner, and consultant. How are you this morning?
I'm good. Very excited to be here
Yes.
and to have this conversation.
Karibu sana, and thank you for making time.
Thank
and
you.
also Simon Mikanipare, who is the Executive Director, Sunrays Foundation. Welcome to Good Morning Kenya.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Let's get into it. You see, sports and diplomacy. First of all, we need to understand where these two converge. And I'll start with you from your perspective. First of all, why use sports for diplomacy? And secondly, where does sports and diplomacy converge?
Thank you. Basically, you know, diplomacy is about, you know, engagement with the people or states to states and all that. And so sport is very, very critical because then it enables the young people to engage in diplomacy. But the difference is that this time they're not in ties. You know, the diplomacy that you know is when we have diplomats in ties, engaging in all that. But sports basically gives these, you know, the youth an opportunity to be able to engage with others. And if you look at it, especially when it comes to peace and something what we call sports for peace, you find that you know, sports has a unique ability to diffuse tensions. You know, even let's say we have warring parties. Even if you look at, for example, you know, when you have World Cups, you know, you have countries that have not been seeing eye to eye. For example, North Korea, South Korea, you know, sometimes we look, there's an Olympic where they were coming to play together. So what this does is that it brings the people together, and you know, we are able to basically ignore our differences. For example, right now, if you look at politics, for example, in America today, you have a very deep division between the Republicans and the Democrats. You know, but now when Team USA is playing with Team Iran or Team whatever, you find the Americans come together, irrespective of their differences in parties, to be able to do that. And we've also seen it in Kenya.
Yes.
You know, when we have our gallant athletes who always make us proud, you know, when we have our political issues here at home, but when, you know, our athletes win golds, that time you see, you know, the Kenyan people are able to carry the flags and talk about Kenya. And so that sports is, I think, especially for Kenya, it has a unique ability, you know, to improve the perception of Kenya as a country, you know, to diffuse tension, you know, whether it's ethnic, tribal, you know, or even political party, you know. So it's one of the most important, you know, tools that we can be able to use. You know, because again, it's a mobilizing factor.
Yeah.
With sports, you can bring many young people together to cheer, to watch, and to do all stuff like that. Yeah.
It transcends everything.
Absolutely.
So you to become universal. Gili, I want to know from you, you know, for some reason or to some extent, youth are seen as beneficiaries of peace. But then again, why should they be seen now as leaders of peace, champions of peace?
Thank you very much. I think we are at a time, especially if you look at, let's start with the African population. Majority of African population is actually us, the youth,
yes,
right? And so it becomes imperative that very important that we actually involve the majority when it comes to conversations around peace. Now, what has been happening is that, especially with the conversations around inclusion, when you talk about having the young people included in important conversations in diplomacy, in peace, in governance, it's mostly unfortunately been used as we're just included as a token. So you find like a panel of, so to say, the old, and then now you have maybe 1 or 2 young people to decorate the
be seen.
Yes, just to be seen as a token, you know, of inclusion. But now we are looking at, these are the majority, meaning that the policies, every decision that we make greatly affects the young people. And so then it becomes so important that we have these conversations, and not just to have them give their experiences as young people.
Yes.
They are young people who are experts in different things. And so including them is not meaningful inclusion. Let me just talk about it in that sense. Meaningful inclusion is not just talking about them as having them sit at the table. It's having them co-create the solutions, discuss the issues, you know, define even the problem, because they are the ones closest to the problem, and so they are the ones also closest to the solution. So defining the problem, discussing the issue, coming up with the solutions, you know. And so including the young people is really, it's not a conversation we can afford to have missing. And if you look at as much as we have the young people who are the majority, if you look at our governance structures, who are the majority? You know, we call it African math, you know. So I think it's really a high time that we change that. There's a lot of conversations that have started. There's a lot that is being done to have us included, but especially in the conversation around peace, having them included in those from at local level, at national level, at regional level, and at international level. Yeah.
And that is achievable through doing the things that they like. And sports happen to be one of the things that attract lots of youths. And from your perspective, Simon, does empowering them through sports to foster peace create measurable outcomes?
Thank you very much. Creating that measurable outcome, yes, through sports, because sports creates the platform for the youth to come together and also to practice their talents, and also to share the ideas together. Because in sports, when young people or youth have conversation around who was playing match, who was playing, who scored this, that kind of conversation gives them that the aspects of even first of all knowing how to talk to each other. Sport is something that you cannot be around discussion and you don't talk.
Yes.
You have to defend a side. And through that, you find that, oh, this young man can talk very well.
Yes.
But when there's no sports, then you find it's very quiet. So I think that creates a room also for young people to know their ability of conversation among themselves. So this argument can continue, and you'll find that they're able to, if one person is across the other area, they're able to connect just because they were friends during the sports. Yeah.
So it's like sports just presents a platform and creates a ripple effect of other things that can open up even opportunities for the youth.
Exactly, you can do that.
Daniel, when you look at matters to do with empowering the youths, and even sports has been used, and also education opportunities, how do you see that even enhancing the development of leadership qualities when it comes to young people, now that we are talking matters to do with fostering peace through sports diplomacy?
Yeah, so at the Global Peace Foundation, we are big on transforming education.
Yes.
And in transforming education, yeah, we are looking at education not just as, look at the outcome of education, not just in the A's or B's that you get, but we are saying that education should be able to produce a total child. A total child. Number one, this child should be a child, of course, that is intelligent, is able to have those good grades that you're talking about. But again, we're looking at here relational outcome, How can this child be able to relate with other people? And you see in sports also you build that. When they're playing with others, he's able to relate with other people. But also, we're also looking at the aspect of moral and spiritual, where, we're saying we want children of good character, children who respect elders, children who are able to basically behave well as human beings. But the most important thing, the other aspect, I've given you three, but the most important is something called the vitality and physical vitality. So when you take a child to school, it doesn't make sense whether he comes back with good grades, but he is, for example, obese. He's obese, and then maybe he was not taught how to eat well, maybe there's no PE, maybe he's not playing sports, and then now this young man become predisposed to, for example, diseases, lifestyle diseases. And so we think sport has a unique ability to help raise these young people. In other countries, like for example Japan, when children come to class, I think for the first initial years, you'll find them cleaning the classroom just to instill discipline, the playing with each other, playing sports. And you see in those countries, that's where you find them doing taekwondo, martial arts, so that, because when you do martial arts, you learn how to defend yourself. But again, it gives you the discipline, because sports has rules.
Yeah.
When you are strong, you learn, even when you are provoked, you learn to basically restrain yourself. Because, if I beat this person with the skills that I have, this is like a walking how do you call it? A walking arm, a walking machine. So if you use it to just beat people, then you can be able to even kill someone. So when you have learned, for example, martial arts, it gives you the restraint, the discipline, and you're able to just use it maybe to defend yourself or to defend other people. So again, it gives you the confidence. When you're walking in the streets, you're walking with confidence, knowing that nobody can just mess up with you. So there's a kind of confidence that sports gives young people, helps you to have leadership skills, and gives you the discipline that you need to relate with other people, and also gives you the strength to be able to protect others. But most importantly, also, gives you the health. Right now, government is spending a lot of money. You hear we're talking about SHA all the time, but then we are not even talking about the preventive aspects. For me, if I was in government today, I would focus on preventive aspects. For example, if you're in estates, make sure every estate has a gym. People need to wake up and walk, The human body was made to walk. That's why we have legs. But you see now, when cars came, we're going into cars and, driving to the office, and then we're not even watching what we eat. And then that gives, the rise of lifestyle diseases. And if you go to hospitals today, this is the majority. You find people going for massages. And yet, if you just go to the gym and work out well, or just play football, you will get rid of all those diseases. So I think we have a very unique opportunity here. And I think now with the government coming up with these sports opportunities, Talanta Stadium being built, we need to see government spending more on stadiums. We need to see government spending more, for example, on walkways, whereby people can walk, they can jog. Sometimes even in this country, sometimes when you can't even have, when you're riding your bike, you have to look behind because, a car can easily come. So government needs to spend on walkways, on pathways where people can ride and be able to do that. So there's a unique opportunity to utilize sports to build a healthy nation and make our country great.
From what Daniel is saying, Wakili, I think it also touches on mastering self first. You master yourself in terms of how you're going to relate with others. Once you do that, you are able to go out there and maybe lead, get into sports, and even foster peace. So from that aspect, is it possible that youth can achieve this with dedicated support, not only from government, also from the private sector?
Definitely. first of all, one of the pillars of the Youth Peace and Security Agenda is actually partnerships. And when we talk about partnerships, we're looking at partnerships across the different sectors. So for a long time, peace has been something that has just been dedicated to governments. You know, it's been a responsibility that has just been left to governments. But when we look at the grand scheme of things, when there is lack of peace, everyone is affected. The young people, the older people, men, women, everyone in community, children. You also have private sector affected, civil society organizations. And so when you talk about support from all these different factions, you find that, as my senior said, that you have young people very dedicated to sports. Today, every other Saturday, there is a run in Nairobi, there is a hike. I mean, it's becoming a culture, an active culture where people want to engage. And you find that a lot of people who sponsor these events are actually private sector, which is something that I think that just needs to be brought to their attention, that they're actually investing in peace. Because when we come together, I don't care where you're from. I'm not looking at your tribe, I'm not looking at your political affiliation. We are basically coming together for this particular activity because it's something that we enjoy. If it's a hike, we're going to hike, say, Mount Longonot or whatever. So we are coming together to do something good. And so it's very nice to see, I think it's just the awareness that is not there. It's very nice to see that private sector, you have, for example, say a company that is selling soft drinks or whatever would come in and sponsor such an event. For them, it looks commercial. However, it's something they're really investing in. It's long-term peace, you know? And I think that's one of the things, the best way to build peace is by making investments like that, investing in opportunities where young people are able to come and build relationships, where young people are able to go beyond their different affiliations or their different identities and come together for common good. It's also an opportunity to have, say, for example, if you have, I'll give an example of an event that I recently attended. This was in Diani last year, the Zero Plastics Festival that was held by one of the organizations we used to work with as Amani called Samba Sports Youth Initiative. So, you know, in the coastal region, there's a lot of young people who, some of them are affected by drugs. There's a lot of, you know, challenges around that. And so looking at that, so that event combined aspects of education. It combined aspects of peace building and aspects of environmental care. So it started with the young people going to collect the plastics along the beach, and then we came together and now had like a sports tournament, and thereafter there were sessions for education. Now let me give you an example of how different members of society contributed. Yes. So you have the civil society bringing together the young people of those communities. Then you also have the private sector investing in sponsoring the event. We had from airlines, we had the manufacturing industry there. All those people were there. We also had government present, right? And of course the young people. And we also had civil society and institutions of higher learning coming to now do the education on, for example, environmental care. And so this is an example that some of these events just need that partnership, and that is the real peace building in action. So peace building is not done in the boardrooms. It's not done at the United Nations. I mean, that's very nice and fancy, but it has to start on the ground using these activities and seeking all these different partnerships of everyone. Because as I said, when peace is lacking, none of us can actually function. Yeah.
Nothing actually will go on.
Nothing will go on.
But then again, Simon, I have this question. Can sports diplomacy succeed where politics have failed? Political dialogue has failed?
Yeah, actually, sports diplomacy is a supplementary way where the political dialogue has failed. Because we normally say there are very many roads to Rome. You can fly in any airport. The final destination is Rome. So when you find that the political dialogue has failed, use another opportunity, use another avenue. How do you bring these people to understand the meaning of peace? Actually, young people, the youth, the peace and unity comes in a way that when there's a sports, though these three factors all come to meet. You can find yourself that somebody you don't know, you've never been close to, at sports point is next to you or she's next to you. And when you are cheering the same team, and you can find yourself hugging each other from nowhere. You know, if it's politically, you can say, okay, this is from opposition, this is from the ruling government. You can find yourself hugging an opposition because the sponsor has made you to hug yourself. And the peace begins from there. If I've hugged this person, why should I fight him? Why should I argue with him? So sports can bring quite a number of good things together that we can use to change the narratives where political ambition has failed, actually.
Do you think the youth using sports diplomacy shifts their mindset in terms of how they look at even leadership? Does it change their mindset, and how does it?
It does. It does very well. A very quick example. Just a few days ago, we had our brother from Senegal. It's called Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane did something very simple, calling back his colleagues to the pitch and telling them to slow down. Just that. If you've been a violent person and you do that, you become a hero. It does not take you to do PhD to call people. That's something we call soft skill. What he did. And today you hear him everywhere in the world being praised, being said he is a peacemaker, he is an icon, you know. And the good thing about sports, they use naming themselves the players. They have their role models. I'm Ronaldo, I'm Messi, I'm Sadio Mane, I'm Drogba, and so on and so forth. You find that the behavior of that particular person is this young person. If he behaves very well, we had a very good guest for Anelka from France. Anelka could go to pitch and play without any complaint. And I do admire him. So I want to be like Anelka. Because that kind of, you know, how first of all, before you go to that level, you need to put an impact in the life of young people. So footballers or youth who play football and sports diplomacy programs can create a very big impact in the mindset of the young people. That it can shift very far. Actually, it can also bring them together and avoid them doing criminal things. It can keep them busy, and you find that you can also create a small club within that kind of territory that can make their mindset change into the peaceful and unity situation.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We're talking about sports diplomacy, leadership, and sports for diplomacy. Sorry about that. Leadership for sports diplomacy. Right here on Good Morning Kenya. We're continuing this conversation after this short break.
Huyo mbuzi angenisaidia kulipia Cindy karo.
Usingempeleka kwenye shamba la wenyewe.
Mnanishtua. We're not gonna do something big. Kama nikusaidia Cindy, I'm in. Christy, mbona imeandikwa sijalipa?
Unakuja peke yako Josh?
Nilikuwa nataka kupata loan ya school fees.
Inaenda nikiwa tayari nitakwambia.
Kili sawa, si ndio? Asante. Haya. Sawa. Muriyo mlokushiraho ene. Umuluha kumwahaho nyanga.
Ujambo Yale maneno uliandika siku ile unakumbuka?
Ni kweli.
Hii maisha iko na majaribu mengi sana.
Kumesi mimi tu sina usingizi.
Peleka mtoto pale.
Nitagundu wakita.
Katika Qur'an tukufu Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anatuamuru tukumbushane, kwani kukumbushana kunawafaa waumini. Kwa mujibu wa hadithi, Mtume Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam anatushauri tueneze ujumbe wake angalau kwa aya moja. Basi tunatia ari kufanya ambacho ni jukumu la kila Muislamu, kukumbushana mema na kukatazana maovu. Tunakuletea mawaidha za mashehe, wataalam, maustadh, madrasa, makala spesheli na Ukti Fatuma Yakub, mafunzo na historia za mitume na maswahaba, na burudani kupitia nashid na wasifu za munshid. Tazama ukumbi wa Kiislamu nami Alishe kila Ijumaa saa 9:30 katika KBC Channel 1.
Thanks for staying with us right here on Good Morning Kenya. This is KBC Channel 1. And we are talking matters to do with youth for peace and unity. And Daniel, from your perspective, if you look at sports diplomacy and even matters that apply to leadership and promoting peace, have we fully harnessed that power of sports diplomacy?
I don't think we have. But I think we are on the learning. We are basically learning, and right now you have to give it to this particular administration. I think when this administration came to power, I think that's when now football, we started seeing some winnings in football.
Yeah.
So we had Kenya almost coming to the finals. Was it AFCON?
Chan.
Sorry, Chan.
Yes.
And Kenyans were excited once more about football. Because football is about bringing people together and having people to spend on that. That's how you make money. You see, Kenyans, we do a lot of, there are so many Man U, Arsenal supporters.
Yes.
We're supporting an English club, yet we have an opportunity, of course, to also create the passion, the fanaticism for sports locally. And that's why I love it sometimes when, of course, we have local, football, sometimes Gor Mahia playing, with, FC Leopards and all that. So we need to get this fanaticism, because then that's when we can have sports paying. So I know there's still an opportunity to be able to do this. More investments in sports, I think, is necessary. I think we have that, how do you call it, the sports, the financing, part of sports. If we are able to get that rolling, so that we can be able to ensure that many of the sports that we have is actually financed. And also there's so many other things. You had, for example, this guy who does javelin. He just learned javelin on YouTube.
Yes.
Yet we are not focusing on that. We have just been doing athletics. Kenya is known for athletics. But there's so much that can be done, in terms of even basketball. If you go to the universities, you find very many good basketball players. We have, if you go to the Olympics, there's so many sports, opportunities that we can actually be able to utilize. But we haven't done that, and I think there is an opportunity to be able to do more with regards to that.
Yeah. If we are to build resilient and purpose-driven youth who are active contributors, especially to peace building, from your perspective, what must we do? Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. The first thing I'll say is that the young people are purposeful. We already have it. I think what is lacking is the opportunities. right? The opportunities to showcase what we can actually do, the opportunities to participate in, planning for a lot of these things. And like he said, we really need to have a lot of investment poured into the young people to be able to create some of these things. There's so many ideas. I recently came across a hub, an innovation hub, where they've innovated different systems around peace building, where they use dialogue systems using tech and everything. And one of the things that was raised is that we have these great ideas, we have these great platforms, but the investment going into it is not enough, And I know governments are constantly saying, oh, we don't have resources for this. But let me shock you, something I read recently about, there's the Global Peace Index. The amount of money that is being poured into militarization, if even just 1% of it is used to invest in youth, it would change the landscape when it comes to peace building. Just 1% of those trillions of dollars that is spent in war, in conflict, if that is reinvested back into the young people, there'll be a huge difference. It comes from sponsoring events. It comes from investing in these innovation hubs, right? And looking at different ways to just harness that great resource. So just back to even what you asked me earlier, we don't want to look at the young people as beneficiaries, but as contributors.
Yes.
As contributors, right? And promoting the young people does not necessarily mean that we sideline the older people. It's an opportunity to work across the different generations, right? And sports is actually able to bring those different generations even in one space, as opposed to, for example, having a dialogue, say on say Twitter, but which is okay, but you need now sports to soften the ground for some of these things to take place. So for young people to thrive, because they already have what it takes, it requires investment of resources, it requires opportunities, and also an investment is not just throwing money, no. It's investing in even opportunities for the young people to advance themselves. It's investing in opportunities for the young people to empower themselves economically. As I said, peace is not just political.
Yeah.
There's a lot of economics that goes into it, where you have a population that is highly unemployed. The likelihood of not having peace is very high. So investing in the young people also means giving those opportunities. So all these things are literally intertwined when it comes to building a peaceful society. So I think it's time for us to move from theory to action, where we have actual figures, people saying that this is what we've invested. And this is for governments, this is for private sector, this is for civil society, and the young people themselves. As I said, we are very ready. Yeah.
And Simon, sports diplomacy is it's also similar to sports development. And how do you see this enhancing their skills, especially when it comes to community engagement and even addressing matters to do with gender equality?
Yeah, actually, to begin with, thank you for that good question, Mr. Mike. To begin with gender equality, these days we have even ladies club. You have girls to play football, and I think it's something that's very much inclusive into the community, and and they're addressing it very well. From the perspective of leadership, and also from the perspective of diplomacy through sports. You find that balancing this is really bringing impact very much. And the sport being used as a tool for bringing peace and unity is also something that we both see. Nowadays we find people having, every morning they go to jog, they go and they have some running around. You find that at least they've given time for it. And if as Wakili was saying, if this is put attention to, you will find that we have more solution to our own problems, even domestic problems, even development in the community, challenges, the political arenas, challenges. So through this kind of gender balancing, you'll find that everybody's participating. We don't need to leave some other group outside when it comes to peace or when it comes to unity. So everybody must be included to feel the part of decision making. Yeah.
An all-inclusive
yes,
approach.
Exactly.
Daniel, you have been involved in steering the implementation of education and youth empowerment programs to address challenges of the 21st century and provide innovative solutions.
Yeah.
So sports is one of the things, among the things that interest the youth. Why does it hold so much potential?
Yeah, because, sports has, like I said earlier, I don't know if I mentioned it already, but, every sport has its own rules. And you see, what happens in life, sometimes we don't want to play by the rules. Look at our politics. We sometimes don't want to play by the rules.
Yeah.
We want to rig votes. We want to, I was watching an election in a neighboring country where some people were just ticking the ballots and whatever. You can't do that in sports.
Yeah.
It's clear, because it's either you win or you lose.
Yes.
If it is athletics, we will see, everyone will see who is winning. So it's not possible to rig that. You understand? And so every sport has its role, whether it's football, you are not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do, if you do this, it's foul. You can't, if you, whatever there, it's a penalty and all that. So then it teaches these young people the discipline, that life is about rules. You cannot play with your rules. You have to observe, common rules for you to succeed. And so I think this is one of the most important things that sport does to, especially in leadership, because it teaches us to be disciplined. It teaches us to play by the rules. It teaches the issues of governance. Look at even boxing. Boxing, you're not supposed to box certain parts, right? You're not supposed to, box below the belt, for example. You're not supposed to do that. And at the end of the day, you realize. Also, it teaches guys to have some kind of magnanimity. Like, for example, if I win, you find that the footballers, when they're playing, even after they win, you find them hugging each other. They exchange T-shirts. You understand? And they're hugging each other. Where is that in sports? Where is that in politics? In politics, you lose an election. It's like life and death. You start telling your supporters to rise up. My votes have been stolen. Go get machetes. Let's go for them. You understand? You don't find that in sport. So I think, we have an opportunity to utilize sports to learn basically how do we raise a civilized nation, a civilized society, and so that is what really makes me happy about sports. Yeah.
There's a lot of connection between sports and leadership. From what he has said, because there's matters of whatever he said, even self-control and getting into meaningful leadership. But do many youth recognize that fact that sports may be an avenue to meaningful leadership? It doesn't have to be that high-level leadership, but meaningful leadership.
That's a very good question, Mike, and I think we don't realize what we are doing in terms of even when we go into during Chan, we are there with our wristbands, yay, Kenya and everything, but I think it's something that we do. We know we are getting excited, we are there to support our teams, but I don't think we have unlocked that this can actually be a meaningful avenue for us to actually engage with each other, engage with also the current, the leadership that is there. And I think it's an untapped resource, both from government side to us as citizens. I think we don't quite see the full scope of the value that, for example, what a sport can actually do to bring us together. So I think it's a highly untapped value, and also looking at drawing the connection between how sports and leadership works. Although something that I'll say, for example, and I said that especially Nairobi is becoming highly active even on weekends with activities. And a lot of people are now connecting the aspects of discipline to a sport. You know, you find that if somebody is engaged in a sport or going to the gym or something, you find that they are connecting that their life is actually turning out to be more, they are more disciplined in life. So there is people who are drawing the connection, but I think it's generally an untapped area, because I'm seeing like, constantly we are talking about that, for example, our leadership and the young people are not having a conversation, right? But are we utilizing some of these platforms to actually have those conversations, such that after like a match like that, can we actually have a candid conversation about what is happening in the nation? What are some of the things that we see are a challenge? What are some of the things that we can improve? And how do we work together, you know? And how do we bring together the different, you know, members of society to work on some of these things? So highly untapped resource.
Simon, you know, such sports initiative, especially that involve the youth, in a way that fosters peace. But then again, what would you say are the biggest limitations to such initiatives?
Thank you, Mike. Let me pick it up from where Wakiles just stopped, and my colleague Daniel. Actually, leadership and the sports is actually what now Sunrise is doing. In the next few days, we are having young people for sports, but we give them skills of leadership first. We have put it that we created sport as a platform for them to achieve. This is all what they focus on. But before that, actually yesterday night I was communicating to the team who are coming to Nairobi. Next week they'll be here on Monday. I was telling them, they were asking me, is there anything apart from just coming to play they will benefit from? I told them to relax. And we have quite a number of things. Sports is just like a plate, whereby in that plate you have varieties. You know, like Ethiopian food, you know, what we call mixed dish.
Yes.
You have varieties of sauces, you know. You come over to Nairobi, and you will feel the taste of the sports. Because before they play in the evening hours, in the morning we have some sessions. We have mentorship program, career guidance, we have environmental program for them, we have peace building programs for them, we have leadership programs for them, and by the end of the day, then you go to the pitch. So the sport is what they look at, but before you reach there, there's
a build-up.
Exactly. So that's the connection here. So before they go, as they wait for the football time to come, there's leadership skill being pumped into them. When they get back to their various countries where they come from, they will have been loaded very well. Now they will make a decision, either to remain as a footballer or to become as a farmer, because they've never understood the importance of becoming a farmer or taking care of their environment. So I think this is something that Sunrise Foundation is connecting now, leadership and sports, and we do it lively. So that's something that which we see it can really bring a very good impact.
So you have been involved in such events.
Exactly.
What can you say has been the impact of such?
Yeah, the impact of such has been seen across Africa. We have successfully got some young people who have been in an area whereby they've lost hope, and we bring them first into football environment, and from the football environment we identify the talents or the skills they belong to, which group, because the others can use football as a hiding venue, because just football, you play, they see you playing in the pitch, they cheer you up, you feel comfortable, but that's not the end. What else can you be useful for? And we have quite a number of testimonies across Africa, especially East Africa, from our beneficiaries, and we are trying to bring them up. At this level, the others we are bringing up for the first time to Nairobi. They've never been here. And the exposure itself is something which is going to be a big changeover for the young people who will be coming for this tournament.
When is the tournament happening?
The tournament will be starting on 27th. The reporting day will be 26th, and then from 27th to 31st will be the actual days for the program.
How many countries?
We have 6 countries, the East African countries actually, and Ethiopia is coming, a very good neighbor, who are aspiring to become an East African country as well.
Yes.
So they'll be arriving here on Monday morning. Yeah.
All right. Daniel, you know, sports and development, they're kind of intertwined.
Yeah.
Because sports will thrive and bring up about development. But then again, how can the youth now tap on this and ensure that even as they are looking forward to the sports aspect, there's some aspect of development, maybe even within the community or even self-development? Yes.
Yeah, it's very critical. So sports can lead to development. For example, when we have a tournament, when a tournament like what we have next week, or when we have AFCON or CHAN, or look at Olympics. America is going to be hosting the World Cup.
Yes.
With Mexico, Canada, and you see they're vigorously bidding for it. Even when I think some people are suggesting that it should not be going to America because of the visa restrictions. You see, they're saying, no, we will be able to avail visas for the sports people. Because sports, it's a lot of, when you bring people together, people will spend money. They spend money on food, on board, accommodation, and so it leads to, actually development. When you have a big stadium like Talanta that is coming, when we have the tournaments being played, that is the development. And sports in big, where, for example, where football is big. Football is a big business.
Yes.
It's a big business. Look at all the names, the Beckhams of today. Those are people who have really made it. They have used sports to be able to develop themselves and to be able to develop their communities. And also in areas, and that's one of the reasons also why I think there's an opportunity for government to develop facilities. Like one of the things that I'm saying is that if only government can be able to ensure that every ward or every village or every estate has a playground, and ensure that those playgrounds, if you go to some of these, and I'm happy that we want to go to Singapore.
Yeah.
If you go to Singapore or Japan or those countries, the first world countries, you'll find that every residential area has a very well-equipped playground. The playground where people can play basketball, they can play, tennis, they can play, and this just alone, they're very well managed by the local government. And so I leave my house and I just go there. And practice. And so it's an opportunity to develop these, this infrastructure. And also, like I said, self-development. If you play sports, basically you basically benefit your body, you benefit your health, you activate your mind. You know my point. When you wake up in the morning, first thing you do is do some sports, whether it is working out in the house or you go to the gym. By the time you're leaving the gym, you're going to the office, already your mind is active. If you're going to school, you are able to actually read and understand, or you are able to innovate an idea, you are able to be very productive in the office. But if we don't do this, you find that many people are losing it. We are spending a lot of time going to hospitals. We are spending a lot of money, on medical bills. The big pharma actually wants you to be sick so that they can make money. Big pharma does not. I was discussing with a friend of mine that I don't. The big pharma is not interested in preventive. Because then where will they spend money? Right now, if you go to the US now, they have come up with something called Ozempic, the weight loss drugs. And this is a lot of money. But you know, weight loss, you can lose weight by just sports, just waking up and walk. You know, wake up and walk, do something. Leave the car sometimes. Sometimes I park my, you know, when I come to town and my office in Upper Hill, sometimes I tell my driver, you know, drop me in the town, and I walk from town to the office. Yes. So these things are able to help you actually be able to benefit your body, because this body of ours, if you don't take good care of it, you know, basically you die, and when you die, that's it.
That's the end.
Yeah.
In the interest of time, I want to give you each a minute to give your closing remarks, but the closing remarks is based on this question. What do you see as the future of sports diplomacy and unity for peace? Let me start with you, Akili.
Thank you. So I think the future that I see is that every stakeholder or every member of society will view sports as an avenue to bring people together from different generations, different tribes, different cultural backgrounds, different professions, not just to play the sport, of course, but also to discuss issues that are integral to our society, right? Issues that are important for our development. And I see an opportunity where each and every person will take up responsibility when it comes to peace building, right? That it will no longer be something that is for certain people, for government, for security, law enforcement officers, for the United Nations, but it will be something for everyone to carry. And yeah, so that's really the future that I see, and an opportunity for young people to lead, young people to make money, because that's very important. Yeah, and contribute meaningfully to society and our own development.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Simon.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. It's very important that people give a listening ear to sports and invest. This could be something that we see it simple, but it can be very much impactful in the society, beginning with us as persons, and it goes out there. So giving attention to that will create a lot of avenues for quite a number of our dreams to come to pass, not to be overlooked. And the right people to actually pioneer these or to spearhead these are the youth. If it is peace, if it is development, if it is business, this could be something that the youth also could be given the platform to practice their skills, to practice their talent, to give it back to the community or to the nation.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Daniel.
You know, Africa, as she said, is the youngest population. We complain about the youth bulge, but I see sports as an opportunity for young people to actually get opportunities. I know many universities who give scholarships just because you can play. You can play football. So I see sports, you know, as an equalizer. I see sports opening many doors for young people. There are many people who cannot today get visas to go to some of those countries. But if you are a player, I can tell you, you will. For example, if you are playing football and you're coming from a country that may not get visas to go like to America, I can tell you during World Cup, it will give you an opportunity to go to America, you know, whether they like it or not. You know, so the future of sports diplomacy is huge, and we just need to rise up and be able to, you know, to take advantage of it. And there are so many opportunities. For example, for young people, you know, if we have like these marathons, Nairobi Marathon, Stanchart Marathon, you know, all these marathons. And usually when these marathons are held, everyone is invited. So it's not say that you cannot come, you know, so it's just you and your leg. Can you do it? So if you can do it, you know, you can actually be able to take part. So the future is huge. It's an opportunity. You don't need money to whatever. You don't need, you just need yourself and the will And to quote Eliud Kipchoge, is that we are our own limitation. But with sports, you can actually challenge yourself, that you can actually go an extra limit that you never imagined your body can take you.
Indeed, indeed. There you have it. That has been the conversation revolving around how sports diplomacy can influence peace, and especially through young people. That has been Daniel Juma Omondi, who is the Africa Regional Representative, Global Peace Foundation, and also lawyer Joy Gitao, a peace practitioner and consultant, and Simon Mikanipare, Executive Director, Sunrays Foundation. This is where this conversation ends. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Mike Migwe. Entertainment Thursday now continues with Vivian Ndegwa. Stay with us.
What does it have to do with you? Hold on. Of course it affects me.
You can choose to work here in Africa. That's a big deal.
I think she's right. Dad isn't just my father. He's a doctor and a leader, and he's his own man.
That's why he's forcing such a young girl to get married.
Let's adopt Essie.
Huh?
Kila mwisho wa juma kwenye runinga yako ya KBC Channel 1.
Tunakuletea Mkulima.
Ni kipindi cha kila mtu.
Iwe wewe ni mkulima mdogo, mkulima mkubwa, muuzaji au mnunuzi,
au yeyote anayenuia kuanzisha kilimo ama ufugaji.
Tunaanza kwa mbinu bora na za kisasa za kilimo, ufugaji,
fursa za kibiashara, kuongeza thamani, pamoja na teknolojia za kuboresha kilimo.
Ni chakula ambao kwetu sisi inatuletea mapato mazuri, watoto wanasoma vizuri.
Mkulima Kisasa inakupa maarifa,
motisha na suluhu za kurahisisha mazao,
kuongeza kipato na kulisha taifa kwa ujumla.
Tazama Mkulima kila Jumamosi saa 10:30,
ambapo kilimo na fursa zinapatikana.
Mkulima, tuko hapa kwa ajili yako.
What is it to discern? What is it to hear God's voice? The Bible in the book of John tells us that my sheep hear my voice.
For you to hear the Holy Spirit speak to you, first of all, you must be a person of the word. Pia lazima uendelee ku read the word, because hakuna anyhow way unaweza sema that I will do kitu yenye God amenipatia kama sina njia nini zake.
Hearing God's voice starts from you having a relationship with God.
Unique boy.
The DJ other DJs want to be. It's the one and only.
DJ Unique, the messenger.
Mambumbaya. The DJ other DJs want to be. It's the one and only.
DJ Unique, the messenger. Unique boy. Unique boy.
Wala epaina.
Déjà connais mais pas brûler ça. Excusez-moi, veux tout danser comme pas. Moi pas comme femme haïtienne, tous comme ça. Ou mettre madame, moi c'est your neck nature. Danser, blaguer, oh yeah. Potom. Hallelujah. Got too much money but I'm still a shooter. Don't take bad man, fever, li poopa. Chanter, danser, blaguer. I pull up uninvited when I butterfly in authorization. Because my presence is a gift from God and you're looking like an angel. Baby, oh, chante, dance, ooh yeah. Booty like a circle. And I go handle them carefully.
Unique.
Cause I know you wanna dance with me. Baby, shut it down for me. You live in the party me. I've been in the party me.
Unique.
International, no be look at them. Would you put your hands to me? So you have the guns to come back, hallelujah. Got too much money, but I'm still a shooter. Don't take Batman, be a pooper. Cause my money bigger than you go sooner. I'm tired of the black, I'm in the Yakuza. Shana kuma freestyle, come medusa. I'm gonna campaign and I'm back my sutra. My vision show no love, what can you do?
Kumjua Mungu ndo chanzo cha maarifa. Labda nitasitiriwa makosa yangu, hiyo siku ya mwisho parapanda ikilia. Up and down, usiniwache left or right. Niangazie forever and you Lord I put my trust. Namba moja, pendo lake namba moja. Vimevimba, Mungu wangu kena. Ona
and we get to start off with our first interview right here on Entertainment Thursday. Thank you for staying with us. My name is Vivian Dagwa and I'm here alongside Unique the DJ. And we have our first guest right here on the show. His name is Kevin, and he's here to just let us in on, his musical journey. He is a gospel singer and songwriter. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
And me too.
Uko fiti kabisa?
Niko poa, nashukuru.
Nice. Nataka tuanze na the song that we're just from watching.
Yes.
Mesema tuachie Mungu anguke nayo.
Anguke na wao.
Tell me about anguke na wao, right?
Yeah,
so tell me about
exactly,
the song. How did it come about? Ukiandika ulikuwa, where exactly were you? Which space were you in terms of your mindset and all of that?
Yeah, so the song anguka na wao ilikuja weni nilikuwa niki-imagine in a real life situation. Unajua, we as gospel ministers at times, unajua kuna ile mbogi imetuzoea toka kitambo. Ile time hawakuwa wanajua kama tutakuja kureform. So after kureform kuna ile mbogi hata hawawezi wakakubali kwamba umsali reform. So nilikuwa nimeketi nikikumbuka those days, kuna wale watu walikuwa na moko kile kitu tunakifanya, unajaribu kufanya, unasema jamaa atarudi kwenye alikuwa. So walikuwa na moko. So ndo kasema hii situation ni kuachia God juu. Sasa ukisema mwenyewe utapigana na wao haitakuwa rahisi. So unasema God mwenyewe ashughulike na wao, wale watu wanamoko kile kitu unakifanya.
Okay, I see. That's where the whole idea came about. Ilikuwa tu yani unapeana experience yako?
Yeah, ilikuwa my personal experience. Yeah, ndo ikanikuja hiyo song nikaiandika hivyo.
Ulikuwa umereform from nini? Hebu tueleze hii reforming ilikuwa kutoka kwa nini?
Okay, nilikuwa by the way nilikuwa msee wa drugs before. Yeah, na pia nilikuwa zile nini wale wase wangeta.
Wacha?
Yes.
Ulikuwa na no.
Yes, as small as I am. Yeah, but God akakuwa faithful akanisaidia.
Oh, nice. That's a good testimony. Like, what was your turnaround point? Ni wapi ilifika point ukaona yenyewe hii maisha ya drugs, hii maisha ya kupiga watu nitwa nyongolo.
Manyongo.
Ya kupiga watu nyongolo uachane nayo. Like, where was that? Like, what was the turning point for you?
So, turning point yangu ilikuja kuna time tukawa Meru on our way back to Nairobi. Tulipata accident by the way, na ilikuwa tu ni kama ni Mungu ndo alitaka mimi survive kwa hiyo situation. Nikaona kuliko niendelee kufanya vitu mbaya na God ameniepusha such a fatal accident like this, wacha tu ikuwe kama turning point yangu. So nikaanza kuchange from that point. Nikaona kweli God hata kama nimekuwa mbaya ananipenda. Hiyo ikakuwa my journey ya kubadilika na nika receive salvation.
Yeah, and most people didn't believe you can really just change like that. Walikuwa najua tu huyu siku kidogo tu arudi kawaida, default setting.
Yeah, na pia kuna vijana walimalizwa juu ya hiyo story. So pia vitu mingi zili happen pale katikati. Mimi nikasurvive vitu mob. Nikashukuru God.
Oh, nice. That's good. So now when it comes to music kwako iliingilia wapi? Is it that you used to sing kitambo, you were doing secular music, or now after your turn around is when now you decided I'll be singing for God?
So before nilikuwa na passion ya music, but sikuwa nimeanza officially kufanya. After kufika place nikaona naweza nikageuka kwa God. So hapo sasa ndo nikaingia fully into music. Yeah, but before nilikuwa na passion though sikuwa nimerecord any song. So nilianza kama dancer kitambo nilikuwa nafanya dance nikiwa high school vitu kama hizo. Yeah, na nikatulia tu hivyo hadi venye nilianza sasa kufanya music officially. Yeah.
So you started doing music officially after the accident that made you decide to change your life.
Yes.
And then you went straight to the studio now after that.
Yes.
Yeah. And you went fully gospel.
Yeah, niliona God amenisaidia sana nikasema I'll serve him.
Alright. What was the first song after that?
The first song ilikuwa inajiita Shape Me Up. Ni song nilikuwa nimeandika, but venye niliandika hiyo song nilikuja nikai-release baadaye after the accident ndo nikakuja nikafanya the song inaitwa Yesu Yengene. Na hizi zingine zikaanza kufuatilia sasa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Unique.
I've been kwa YouTube channel yako sijaona most collabs. I don't know, sijui ni hivyo ndo nataka ikue ama do you have any collabs zina come through?
Yeah, so collab actually kuna ile song nilikuwa na mentor one of my friends though yuko Kenya. Kuna song tu moja inajiita Wema Wako, ni collab by the way, hiyo tu peke yake. But hizi zingine nilikuwa nimesema nataka kwanza establish nikuwe somewhere mpaka approach mtu kama Guardian ataona kweli umse amejibuild, mse fulani amefika place fulani, pia mimi nikuwe na ile weight at least, pia naweza kuwa na bargaining power ile. Yeah, but zinakuja kuanzia this year, collabs zinakuja mingi, wasanii wako hivi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So umejipanga na collabs sasa. You feel like now you've established yourself enough as a solo, like as an artist out there. Yeah. So unaweza tupeleka through your process of making music. Like take us through that entire process. Inaanzia wapi mpaka the point and now we get to see the final product.
Also mara mingi inakuanga like tuseme tu live experience, zile vitu tunapitia za kawaida. Maana unapata most of the songs kikaa chini nione kile kitu msana pitia, ama mimi message inaweza kuja pale, ama pia naweza kuwa tunasoma Biblia inaniletea message juu. Unajua we handle so many things, like mimi personally ni praise and worship leader wa church yangu, na bado mimi ndo programmer wa church. So kuna pia some issues tuna handle vitu mingi kwa watu tofauti, so most of the times pia idea ukujia pale unakaa chini, ingia studio unatoa ngoma. Yes.
This far unaweza sema hiyo journey imekuwa vipi?
Wacha niseme kwa rahisi, but God amekuwa faithful. Maana si rahisi pia uanze kuingia studio ufanye bila support ya mse, wewe ndo unajisimamia audio, video, marketing pia. Unajua pia inataka at least uko na kitu mzuri. But God amekuwa faithful, hajatuangusha.
Yeah. Okay, when it comes to the gospel industry, saizi unaweza sema gospel industry iko wapi specifically? Because for the longest time, Unique, you'll agree with me, there has been that conversation of the gospel industry in Kenya is really not where it used to be. You know, there has been conversations of how do we get the gospel industry back to the point where it was the thing, because back in, I don't know which year specifically, but in some years ago, gospel industry was bigger than secular music by far.
Maybe the 2016, 2017.
Yeah, not even too far back, you know, like 10 years ago. Yeah. Saizi watu wanafanya TBT year 2016. So within that time, like the gospel industry was really like
really big.
A big deal, like bigger than secular by far. Saizi mtu akisikia hivyo anashindwa ai kubwa kuliko secular aje. But that was the thing, it was bigger than secular. Even when it comes to events and all of that, we had more gospel events. And we had secular artists attending these gospel events because it was such a big deal. So saizi unaweza sema imefika wapi kwa hiyo point ya kujaribu kujiredeem and to get back to its glory?
So okay, unajua hapa katikati so many things happened, na kukakuwa kwamba most of the gospel artists walikuja wakarelax, wengine wakakuja wakalose hope. Maana unapata zile changamoto mingi zilikuja zikafanya wengi wakatoka. But nashukuru God, maana place imefika imeanza kuwa revived, na sisi new generation ndo nakuja ku revive the gospel industry. But pia nishukuru God sababu wale wenye wali remain, wale the remnants wenye wao kutoka bado wanatushikilia sisi wenye tunakuja, na I'm sure this year inaenda kurudi fully. Yeah, place imefika. Hata nashukuru God, maana nimeona the likes of kina Moji wameshikilia Guardian, na wanatuwekea my events, na pia sisi tunangangana at least tuirudishe kwa limelight. Na inarudi kuwa sawa. Inarudi kuwa sawa. God alikuwa na communicate something kwa new generation, na inakuja kuwa sawa.
Unique, your input on that, kwa sababu sawa unajua kwa ground vizuri. So una feel tuko wapi?
I think my opinion, I think the gospel artists, they need to also to put in more effort. Actually, there are more of them who are coming up, but mi sijaona ile effort bado wakiput in.
When you talk about effort, I mean from what perspective? in them now giving us quality music, quality videos, ama ni effort ya wapi? Now,
about music, you know, you need music that actually will speak to you. You understand? Saizi you just go listen to music, unapata ile connection yako na God hata haiko kwa hiyo song, like totally haiko. But somebody is calling that song a gospel song. Yeah. Unapata tu ukisikiza hauna ile that connect, ile urge to like ya ku serve God. Like
I get what you're saying.
You understand?
Kuna nyimbo yenyewe unasikiza hivi ni gospel. Wow, unataka kutubu saa hizo.
Exactly. Yeah. This song inaitwa sijui naamini. This song ukisikiza the moment inaanza tu hivi unapata tu you just have a presence of God around. You understand? Yeah. So I don't know sijui ni artist wenyewe ndo seek God or I don't know. There's a problem that they really need to work on that because mimi ningependa sana like before some artist could release song you need to seek the presence of God first. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. Unajua seek the presence of God mwenyewe ata install in you something that people want to listen. Most people wanna rely on people.
That's true.
Ile like wanataka wakitoa song unique akisema iko sawa. Hiyo song iko. Sasa wanataka opinion ya watu badala kusik opinion ya God. Okay. I think that is the way the problem is. Most of artists wenye mimi interact now. Yeah. Like unaweza soma tu msee uangalie this guy kuna something is just off. Afu uangalie pia lifestyle mtu anaishi. It's totally different. Haiwezi unaona? Ni hard.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's actually a very valid point. Now we need to finalize on the interview. For someone who has seen you and would love to get to support your music, where do they find your music and where do they also find you on social media? Okay, my songs are all over in any streaming platform. Talk of Boomplay, Spotify, Amazon. I'm all over. Then you can get me at Kelvin Amtembi on Facebook. You can get me at Kelvin Amtembi on YouTube, Instagram at Namtembi Kelvin, TikTok pia niko huko, of course, na Kelvin Amtembi. Unafanya ma challenge? Lazima zinaangushwa huko. Nice. Okay. Yeah. So that's where they find you and your music also same name everywhere across all platforms. Yes. All right, thank you so much for coming through to the show and we wish you all the very best in your music. Welcome. All right. This is where we end this interview, but don't go too far. Entertainment Thursday gets to continue.
Ninaishi na imani jinsi neno linavyosema, mimi mlokole nimetakaswa na Baba. Sina haya tena na hili neno la Jalali, amenitoa mavumbini, wacha basi nimwimbie. Hakuna kile kitakachonitenga na pendo lake Mwokozi, hakuna kitakachonitenga mimi basi na pendo lake Mwokozi. Baraka zangu zinifuate, kilio changu kikate, mashida zangu zakate, mapepo yote upepete. Walokupanga wakakupiga vita, basi na washindwe. Wakayasema kwamba wewe umekwisha, basi na washindwe.
Kila Jumamosi saa 1 jioni kuna sauti mbili zinazotawala anga ya habari. Dada wawili pacha, magwiji wa ulingo wa habari.
Karibu sana katika dira ya magwiji.
Magwiji kwa upekee wa sauti, mtindo na maarifa.
Katika enzi ya sasa iliyosheheni mabadiliko,
tuko ange kukuletea taarifa, fafanuzi kutoka kila pembe ya dunia.
Jamila na Wanjiru wanakupeleka kwenye safari ya taarifa, uchambuzi na uhodari wa matukio yanayotikisa dunia.
Tunajizatiti kukupa taarifa sahihi na kwa wakati.
Habari kwa jicho la kitaalam.
Tuna hamu na hamamu katika kuuliza maswali stahiki yenye kuwajibisha.
Na sauti ya uhalisia.
Tupe sikio na macho kwa taarifa za kina.
Dira ya Magwiji, pacha wa habari, kila Jumamosi saa 1 jioni hapa KBC Channel 1.
Maradhi ya saratani. Ndio najua, lakini nimejaribu kutaka kuacha, lakini hamu hainitoki. Jaribu Mayini, jaribu. Lazima nimuone kesho, lazima nipe majibu kesho.
Chorembo. Tafikiri chorembo amegeuka chakula. Ama ni malaika?
Ni malaika kwangu.
Uwepo wako uende nasi. Usiibe mtihani, utapatwa na mashaka. Hata ukiniangalia ni wewe ninaambia.
Kuwa asilimia kubwa ya vijana ulimwenguni hata nchini haina maadili.
Nani alaumiwe? Serikali, shule ama wazazi? Kwa maoni yangu, naona wazazi ndio wanafaa walaumiwe.
Kwa maoni yangu, hamna mtu yoyote ambaye anapaswa kulaumiwa.
Mtoto wa mjini hajui kulima.
Jitoto vya mjini vinajua kulima.
Kaunti nambari 10 inaitwaje?
Nakuru.
Maajabu na miujiza.
Hello baby, you okay? Napiga simu okay mbona? Baby answer me oh baby. Tell me what's wrong, usile kona. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna lose you babe. Nalipikosa ise, nipe muda tawala utuonge. Ila usinsuse. You know don't wanna be crazy. You know my love be la way simple. Na bila we mi siwezi, nishakuzoea mi mwenzako. Babe, don't leave me like this. Give me more time, I'm gonna clear my shit. Babe, don't leave me like this, baby. Oh, baby, Majalena. Ayo masani no kama nzio kiwasiko. Siwezi mwenzio, rudi masheri. Ayo masani no kama baby nikiwasiko. Siwezi mwenzio, wapi na feri.
Unique boy.
DJ other DJs want to be. It's the one.
DJ Unique, the messenger.
I'm really sick on this. Jesus, you they give me love I have never seen. So far,
Unique.
You put it in Bila, oh, it's a key man. No more here, the girl, you took him out to dress. Kukenda na naye, so you go to dress. Then I should you put the chocolate like this. Akira, you so choose a do to me. I go back go more. Danse comme ça, bouge comme ça. Ta fille, c'est man pour you, courir in back, compagnie à la babali. Moi, je danse comme ça. Danse comme ça, la bouche comme ça. Ta fille c'est marrant pour y'a courir des bacs comme pas à la babali. Moi je danse comme ça.
Mambumbaya.
Unique.
Simba vitonye chano babote kungwanya. Aogi chonsa banu kungometa. After love is start to mafia oh. Imanani yo baba sino baba. If you satana fuga never mind oh. Zirundongoro ya mosingata never fear even in the fire. No movie because you took my test. Kena na na yesu ni kwa kutesa. Yanesha juru mfika kwa test like.
Unique boy.
Mambumbaya.
Danse comme ça, la bouche comme ça. Ta fille c'est marrant pour y'a courir des bacs comme pas à la babali. Moi je danse comme ça, danse comme ça. I choose you over and over. I never let you down. My baby oh, my body the shiva. Unavoniwainia kwa mapenzi nimeshiba. Sijamwona mtoto mrembo zaidi yako. Hata bila makeup bado wakufiki, hakuna zaidi yako. You're more than a lover. You're more than a lover. Nikikonjeka wajua pa kushika. Wajua pa kushika. Kwani Mungu walikuwa na mapendeleo. Najiuliza maswali yani mpaka leo. Sitamani mpenzi kumpenda mwingine. Sitamani mpenzi my lady, my lady, my lady, my lady. Baby oh, utima wangu umeukamata, maishani mwangu wendo pambio, unawaka kamata, kila napokuita pambio, waniite tu dadio, nimetangaza mpaka kwenye redio, wanajua wendo baby oh. Everything I do ni kwa ajili yako tu, na mimi bado nipo duniani kwa ajili yako tu. Everything I do ni kwa ajili yako tu, nipo duniani kwa ajili yako my lady, my lady.
I live my day as if it was the last. Live my
you down, oh. Bet you never met a girl go wife up, and I'ma hold you down, oh. Hold you down with no excuse. Nobody be damn you. Bet you never met a girl you go wife up, and I'ma hold you down, oh, down. American love, carry you go Tokyo. Anywhere you want to go, anywhere you want to go. Nisamehe, ilikuwa niingie kesho, nikajipata kwa pombe kama mjweso. Saibashi imegeuka jam session, niko laki sina fiance, naweza rudi home any day. Na hii bashi na madenge, na wengi wao tu ni malele. Jitete, sijali, kantalala nje leo sijali. Ni lazima niongeze makali, junibasha mtu leo pahali. So sijali, sijali, kantalala nje leo sijali. Ni lazima niongeze makali, junibasha mtu leo pahali. So sijali, nipige sherehe hadi kesho. Wakulewa wacha tulewe, zikisha tuongezewe. Hadi kesho, nipige sherehe hadi kesho. Wakulewa wacha tulewe, zikisha tuongezewe. Hadi kesho.
How the DJs wanna be. It's the one and only
DJ Unique, the messenger.
Kuja kidogo, usiseme huwezi come my way. I'm here waiting, come my way. What don't you know? You're taking no control. Na ukiweza basi come my way. I'm here waiting, come my way. On your marks now, set it up now. Super easy now, take it over. Feel the boiling up, boiling over. Feel the man now, getting closer. Sick or sober, umeni beba. Nikitumia na stack, umeni teka. Oh lo 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 lo, shani tesa. Oh lo 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 lo, leo ni kesha.
the DJ. How the DJs wanna be. It's the one and only
DJ Unique, the messenger.
Weka mziki, leo nataka kucheza. Nina mabeshte ndani kwa party, tunataka kucheza. Shida ni mingi, leo nataka kucheza. You know, we just wanna party and enjoy. Leo lazima nyama kwa wingi, ugali kidogo. Pombe kwa wingi, chesa kidogo. Mapenzi kwa wingi, chuki kidogo. Situzitoke mdogo. Before the sun fades on us, tujipambe pamoja. Before the sun fades on us, tulewe pombe pamoja. It's all about good vibes, and inshallah. Good vibes, and inshallah. Good vibes, and inshallah. It's all about good vibes, and inshallah. Kama beste kila siku kama beste kila siku
Hala the man them, hala the girl them. What I want every day we do it for the fun them. Sexy ladies in the band them. Man about money and you know it's an anthem. Give thanks to the Most High. Every day a blessing you see and when multiply. Bigger picture now your good side. A bigger picture now your good side. Jabu kwa wingi ngoi kidogo. Usiogope choma foto. Pigia Cindy, pigia Jojo. Na tunarudi soko. I know you sacrifice. Tujibambe pamoja. I know you sacrifice. Situchome kimoja.
It's all about good vibes, and inshallah. Good vibes, and inshallah,
Another day, another crisis. Keyboard warrior still typing. Mini lava siku hizi spendi fighting. Na mahita hawawezi ntoa timing. Na hata wakinita guide, I know my baby will be by me. Na wakiniseti kwa IG, dawa ya watiaji huwanga silence. Niko sherehe mina vibe, na nyimu nani analyze. Who I wonder why, me I'm just tryna catch a wine. We shughulika na your life. Niko sherehe mina vibe, na nyimu nani analyze. Who I wonder why, I'm just tryna catch a wine. We shughulika na your life. Cheki zangu zimenai. Don't you disrespect my lover. My guy. Tonight I don't want no drama. My guy. Chaber dongingero na hero gasianda. Leo ni party hadi mchana. My guy. Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. I had to
The
put my life
DJ
on
other
pause.
DJs wanna be. It's the one.
If I make you my weakness, I
DJ
can't
Unique, the
Cause I'm in love
messenger.
and it's showing. No force, can't separate. Baby, no law, keep me away. I take you on tour. Pretty baby, I'll give you something to live for. My girl, extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy. Extra pressure, baby, when you wind and pause. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy, of course. You're killing the boy.
andiko ni nyaka insha rambanya sisi kudanganya nyama mapia deli usengei owinja wera kimolo pokane no bia tini indegei atoti champo atoti ngena ngena atoti ukizungusha naishi wana hewa atoti champo atoti ngena ngena atoti ukitingisha naishi Kuna upaya gani mtu akikwambia hiyo picha ni mzuri? Kuna upaya gani?
Unaangalia simu yangu kwa nini? You're not allowed to read anything on my phone.
Excuse
phone
me.
is private.
What can you do?
I can terminate you even now.
To terminate who?
Yes.
Nauliza, macho iko na pasia?
Macho hakuna pasia.
Very good. Kuangalia ni vibaya?
Ni makosa, hapana angalia.
Nauliza kuangalia namna hivi vile naangalia ni makosa, ni dhambi.
Hiyo hakuna makosa.
Very nice. Kwa nini unakuja kuongea mambo ya urongo na ili hali wakati mimi nilikuwa naangalia abiria wengine ulinipika ngumi na ukaningoa meno? Si ndio hii? Na hata huku ingia kwa hiyo kali, huku kwa hiyo matatu. Kwa nini?
Nani alikutoa ndani ya matatu? Kama wewe anatoanga hii msemo ngumi, nani alitoa wewe?
Dereva ndio walitusema tushuke chini.
Nikakukamata ukasema nisamee. Ukumbuke ukiomba msamaha.
Acha uongo bwana.
Leo kwa nini leo ndo umeanza?
Kila siku baba, kama nina shughuli zangu. Yaani hii nyumba siku hizi mtu hawezi kufanya shughuli zake.
Siku hizi mashaka kila siku. Basi hata ukitoka useme.
Niseme nini? Kwani mimi ni mfungwa? Kama nilimwacha nyumbani, sasa kunisamea nyumba kitu.
Nitakusomea, wewe ni nani wewe?
Hata nilifa, mimi ni wakati gani?
Mdomo mrefu kama nini wewe? Mbona tabia zako ni mbaya hivi?
Kwani huyu mtoto saa yote akisemeshwa, yeye ndio atakuwa saa yote ataka kujichoma?
Ndio, hata nijibu.
Wewe kama nani hapa?
Je, wewe ni mpenda soka? Na je, wajua kuwa KBC mwenzio wako wa dhati michezoni anakujali? Ndio maana KBC Channel 1 hukuletea taarifa na uchambuzi wa soka.
CAF ndio wamechukua usukani
humu nchini, barani Afrika na ugaibuni, ikiwemo EPL, Serie A, Bundesliga na ligi zingine. Mashabiki pia hutuzwa kwa kujibu maswali kuhusiana na soka.
Swali letu la leo.
Haya yote ni kwenye kipindi cha Dunda Dunda kwenye KBC Channel 1 kila Ijumaa kuanzia saa 5 asubuhi hadi saa 6:30 mchana.
Nawahimiza Wakenya waendelee watch Dunda Dunda show.
KBC, mwenzio wa dhati michezoni.
Nikikumbuka siku ikaja tena, so my sherry TikTok, the time was blown, but now I'm with you, mimi nawe till the end. Tajuaje ni mimi na ye. najuaje ni mimi na ye, na ye, na ye, na ye, yeah. Najuaje ni mimi na ye, na ye, na ye, na ye, yeah. Najuaje ni mimi na ye. She roll your lips, I kiss, I feel you in my heart. I want your body closer. She roll your lips, I kiss, I feel you in my heart. I want your body closer. She roll your lips, I kiss, I feel you in my heart. I want your body closer. She roll your lips, I kiss, I feel you in my heart. I want your body closer.
The love you show me is unconditional. I cannot bear, baby. You love me and I love you with no other. I can't compare, yeah.
Najuaje ni mimi na ye, na ye, na ye, na ye, yeah. Najuaje ni mimi na ye, na ye, na ye, na ye, yeah. Najuaje ni mimi na ye, na ye, na ye, na ye, yeah. Najuaje ni mimi na ye. Mapenzi wangu na kuenzi, pedi ni pedi wa mapenzi wangu na kuenzi. Looking in your eyes, I feel the vibe. Some little butterflies filling my belly. Na sitaki tena mpenzi, weni wangu na kuenzi. Mimi nawe on the daily, making memories on the daily. Oh, 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 yeah. Pedi wa mapenzi wangu na kuenzi. Ni pedi wa mapenzi wangu na kuenzi. Pedi wa mapenzi.
Come on now, come on now. We are being serenaded. You know, this part of the show is us being or getting serenaded. And I love it, love it, love it for us. Welcome to the show. This is the one and only Sunrise Alfie. And I mean, his voice has already introduced him. Welcome. It's a pleasure to have you on here.
Thank you so much.
Tell us more about Alfie. Who exactly is Alfie?
Alfie is a dad, for one. It's the best role I can imagine.
Oh, Sema, oh.
Yeah, I'm also a recent graduate. I graduated last year at KBC University.
Congrats.
I'm an IT specialist, graphic designer, singer, guitarist, but sipendi kujiwakilisha kama instrumentalist. I love singing mostly. The songs I play most on my guitar ni zangu. So I love Kikuyu pop, Afro pop. I'm a huge fan of myself in my art.
I love that. You're a huge fan of yourself and your art.
Yes.
I love that. I love that for sure. You mentioned you recently graduated.
Yes.
IT, graphic design.
It's a course called Information Security and Forensics.
Okay.
It's layman's terms, computer security. Yes.
Love it. Now, when someone goes to your YouTube, one thing is for sure, you've not really released videos, you've not done videos, but it's not like there are no videos there. They're there, kuna animations, it's like animes, the one that we just got to watch before you got to play for us, it was Shiro, and it was purely AI, you know, it's an AI video. So tell me about that, why that specifically?
That specifically because the music industry is not easy to push forward. and selling myself. Unajua tunafanyanga something called you have to do invest as you try to bring as much back as possible. So in this case, I'm using the AI video. I'm using the much I can provide from my end at this point in time. I'm kicking off my music journey.
Yeah.
This is what I can do. I'm skilled in graphics, no your AI. What wanna produce na AI, but they never tell you. At least minimum wekea pale. Official AI video.
Umesema ukweli tu.
Yeah, so I'm keeping it real because that's me. So I wanna show you like you can work with what you have, even ukiwa na the least you can offer.
Yeah.
But currently we are launching an album of which from that I think big things are coming.
Yeah. And I love that because I mean one of the challenges that most artists get to encounter, especially upcoming or uprising artists, it's mainly the finances. Juu sasa kutafuta mtu akushutie video, it's thousands of shillings if not hundreds of thousands for you to get like good quality. So if I can't get that money right now, and I know I can do music and it's good music, why not just work with what is available? And now, you know, with technology, a lot, you can do a lot, you know. So I love that side of you where you decided, I'll work with what I have right now until I get to a point when I can now do the rest.
Yes.
So that is the strategy. Because you can clearly tell from the videos, hakuna hata najaribu kumtafuta. Where is he in these videos? Ayuko, you know.
Mimi wakitaka kuniona live performances, and that's on my social pages. But I also have some videos on the YouTube page.
Yes, I want to talk about that because still now, on the videos where we see your faces, most of them are now acoustic performances, whereby you're doing covers as well. Talk to me about that.
So kicking off and performing in stage in many places. I don't think when you don't have that song out there, or when people don't know you, performing your own song, kila mtu atakuwa. So if you perform something they are familiar with, they'll vibe to you. I'm a person who reads the crowd. Nasoma crowd, as I perform, nasoma mood. Umeboeka. Should I change the genre of what I'm singing? I change the genre, nikiona you're back, as the genre is super. But in perfection, when I'm doing acoustic, my voice comes out greatly when I'm doing an acoustic session. And to many feedback imekuja, I do well Kikuyu. So unaweza pata videos mingi nimepost, I'm mostly performing Kikuyu. For many people I'm performing Kikuyu music. But nika stage kadogo ama mimi peke yangu record any other cover song. But Kikuyu, mostly Kikuyu pop. I love Kikuyu. So.
Wewe Wanjine, Erosh, hapa.
Actually,
same WhatsApp group.
He'll be there for the launch.
On who? Wanjine or Erosh? Wanjine. Yes. That's really nice. And you know, it's interesting to see, you know, where young people are embracing their language in terms of, you know, their culture and where they're from, and they get to vibe to that and they sing that, and the reception is amazing. If you may let me in on that, just the reception of that.
Kikuyu music, let me just say, Wanjine brought it to life. The people our age, this is how I reason to people who are millennials especially, wakiniambia, what you're singing is not Mogithi. That's not our music, we don't listen to that. They are stuck to the original Mogithi music. But I sell my music as, I've invited people my own age.
True. Your own age ni Gen Z.
Gen Z.
So millennial...
Achukatai pia kuna millennial watasikiza, kuna millennial maform, sindio?
Kuna millennial na nini?
Gen Z, hatuwezi go back to listening to Mogithi. Unajua tunasema hizo ni the oldies. Na sisi oldies zetu ni TBT za kina Jua Kali nini. Mogithi is not one of them. So Wanjine brought back that, and I'm trying to carry now that journey with him. Tufanye Kikuyu pop come back to life. So I'm selling Kikuyu pop. Mimi nikisikiza that Kikuyu music, even as I do covers, I'll obviously go to the original. Ilikuwa inaenda aje? How can I make it pop? Kuna Mogithi, ndio maana inaitwa Mogithi. It's plain Mogithi style. How can I make it pop? Unajua pop ni slow, gentle delivery, nakuja nasikia tamu. So I'll have to go back to the Mogithi music and listen. And mind you, watu wenye kwa age yangu wakisikiza my own songs, hadi wanaweza embrace that Kikuyu in them. Kawe ni Mkikuyu, Meru can also understand what I'm saying, a Kamba can also understand.
Yeah.
So at least najua either way siende Wakikuyu peke yake. The other kabila wanaelewa my language.
Yeah.
So if I capture my own age and other tribes, tuna grow hii usanii.
And music honestly has no language. Truly vibe to Despacito without knowing what it is. So when it comes to music, it has no boundaries. It's boundaryless. It's beautiful, and that's the beauty of music. Actually, whereby you don't need to understand what this person is singing.
The song actually applies to Kaire too. The song Wanjine di Kaire.
Yes.
People actually don't know it's kind of a demeaning song. I'm a matusi, if I would say. People just vibe to the song.
Yeah, there's actually another one that is trending. It's a French song, whereby apparently it's a song about a son who's talking about, I think, the father, and it's a sad song. But in Imboaje, there's a song that is currently trending. So it was like French speakers, wakiskiza, people are crying. But us, we are vibing to na dance. I mean, but it's just, that's the beauty of music. You don't need to understand it. Una vibe tu pali inabamba. So yeah, I get your point on that. So now, what would you say, or who would you say have been your musical or music influences over the years? Of course, Wanjine is one of them. Oh, so maybe who else? Who else? You're wapi? My ancestors just see. So anyway, like music influences, nani wamekuwa wakikushape over the years, and also you can also let us in on the first time you interacted with music and realized, wow, there's something known as music and it's beautiful.
Let me just start with guitar. Nimesomea YouTube in the first place. So music imekuwa ndani yangu. If not, unajua familia ukianzia kusupport ya music inakuwa kidogo achana nayo ilipi. But I pushed nonetheless. I bought my first guitar. I started learning. It took me a year. I'm still not as good. In the beginning of the music journey, we also tend to kutembea a lot. You meet people, trust you meet people. Sasa mimi nikienda nikae na fancy fingers, but I don't know how to play the guitar.
Yeah, pwaguzi.
Yeah, so kuna haja gani nishike hii na ako hapo. I'll always ataniusha in either way. So I've actually worked with him. That's why I'm actually saying that. So the likes of Mimi, music kuimba nimejipata na acha nasema ni baraka, niliamka siku moja. But I realized I pushed music when I was in second year. That was, nilianzia my own band. Wenye kila mtu alienda long holiday tuka part ways. From there no nikaona I can't depend on people for growth in the music journey. That's how I bought my first guitar. I started learning changu. Kila siku nikitoka kazi, I need to learn something from the guitar. I learned. From there, I started going to open mics, karaoke's. That is learning something new from exposure. Finally, last year I landed working with Soul Generation. That is Sauti Soul wenyewe. And a huge thank you to Soul Generation team.
Yeah.
I was able to release some music with them. They are also online. Let me just say, BN is a huge role model. And I think music doesn't have to change you. Being a celebrity doesn't have to change you. So I niko sure dia kiza niona atasema Mogithi man. That's how he calls me. But I really embrace Wanjine, Kinoti. That's because for nilianzia practice ya vocals with Sauti Soul music. So kinaambia nikicheza ngoma za Sauti Soul naweza kuchezea kadhaa. Because I learned using Sauti Soul music. But to come to perfect the voice, Kinoti is a good example of perfecting. Okay, so I start kusema ako perfect, but you get the idea. You have, lazima kuwe na something that helps you learn. And I want to learn from our own. Si niende watu wa majuu nasikiza vocals za Alicia Keys pale. Na hit notes, but let me learn from my own. Ndo nijue nikimaliza ku accomplish what our people in the ground know. I can try. Because wenye tuko nao hao ndo wako. Uko ni wa uko.
I get you on that. So whenever we have someone here with a guitar, we just allow them to play for us. Like, we won't talk much. How about we allow the fingers do the talking, not the walking. Do the talking. So play something for us before we get back to our conversation.
So I'll play a song that is on my album, and now to Wakuje, by the way. So I'll be launching the album on the 12th of February. Club inaitwa Triple X Lounge.
Okay.
Kwa Kasarani, nyuma ya Maguna Supermarket. This is the lead song kwa album.
Alright.
I hope watu wangu ipende sana.
It took me time to show my love for you. And every time you think I'm one of you, you think I'm crazy, but you don't know me. I wish you'd let me show you all of me. I wish you'd let me show you all of me. Nitakungoja mama, takungoja, takungoja, 'cause you are worthy to me. Nitakungoja mama, takungoja, takungoja, 'cause you are worthy to me. Oh, it's Alfie once again. From that first time I laid my eyes on you, I never knew I'd be having this view. Like in my dreams I'd just be passing through. But all I know is that I'm over you. But all I know is that I'm over you. Nitakungoja mama, takungoja, takungoja, 'cause you are worthy to me. Nitakungoja mama, takungoja, takungoja, 'cause you are worthy to me.
Beautiful. One thing about you're practicing for the album.
I was actually at Triple X yesterday for a showcase.
Yeah. Now, one thing about you, you really love song music.
Yeah.
Okay, love song music is a repetition. You really love songs.
Yeah, I really do.
Is there a specific reason behind that? Because most of your songs are love songs.
Okay, there's an irony to it. Personally, I'm not all for love.
Aye.
I'm just saying. I just put it out there.
Yeah.
I'm not all for love, but it doesn't hurt to give somebody hope for it.
So you don't believe in it, no. But you don't mind like giving the rest of us hope.
I believe God has his own plan. I may not believe in love, but siwezi jilock out of love. I don't know what he has planned. Naweza patana na mtu pale niseme she's not the right fit for me, but maybe Mungu amenipangia huyo. If I don't make an effort to actually see to see it through, utapitwa na.
But that's really interesting. You know, I don't know, but just from even looking at previous songs and, you know, several artists, there's one thing. I'm not saying generally, but most of the times, the people who give us the best of love songs, mapenzi inaumiza. Mapenzi inawatesa. Honestly speaking, like just mention an artist who does really good love songs. Majority of them, ukichunguza behind the scenes, ni mbaya.
Inamaanisha sio yenye tunasikiza hiyo song, si ndo tuna benefit from that.
Yeah.
That's the point.
And it's good that I'm getting the perspective from you. It's like you've decided now, since it's not working for me, I would still want to see it work. And it's sielewi mbona.
Ni hali ya maisha.
Sielewi kabisa. It's like, you know, like the biggest songs of all time that came from Africa, and it's a love song. African Queen, Two-Face Idibia, then look at the story behind his love life and his marriage. It's just shambles. You're just like, ay. Wewe ndo umetuimbia wimbo mzuri hivi, honestly, eh?
Things happen.
Yeah.
Kwa wasanii, in as much as we embrace music so much, we also have a life. In which case, we can wengi tunaandikanga either based on what we have experienced.
Yeah.
Unaweza andika from somebody else's experience. But your main agenda ni passing on a message based on. Unajua unaweza kuwa themed on something. At least you've marked zangu ni love song. If I sell myself as a love artist, na kuna heartbreak, kuna hope for love, kaya nitakungoja.
Yeah.
Jamini. I waited, but anyway.
On behalf of whoever did that to you, we apologize. As ladies from the 254, we apologize on her behalf, whoever it is. So inafika ile time ya now watu kama nyinyi waimbaji wa love songs ya kushine. We're almost getting to Valentine's. By the way, mwana wametoa a new version of Where's Your Boyfriend? You know, those people, yeah, they always have a new version. So sahi wako na verse mpya. Anyway, so it's time for Valentine's. So your album will be dropping on the 12th.
12th of February.
Is it a love song album? Is it specifically, did you time it with Valentine's?
I really did. Okay, album nimetoka kusema nita release 2 years ago. That was when I found out my niseme venye iko. My baby mama.
Oi.
Ako na ball. So I had gone to the studio, processing the whole, she's pregnant, should I record? Lenda ule kwanza urudi. That's what I did.
Okay.
So last year ikiisha, that's when I decided. Najua lazima pia nichomeke, and as much as the kid is there, it could get worse. Like nishindwe hadi kuifanya any music anywhere, anytime, akigrow. Because najua finances zina support tu mtoto na maybe the small family.
Yeah.
But right now, niko na that kawezo. Let me just record. I've picked up the album. I remember a particular night I recorded 4 songs. One night. I was so tired. But I remember the producer akiniambia ita pay off. This launch, I remember the second nimepangia an exact date. I knew I would like it to be within Valentine's, but the ability to make it happen within Valentine's. Venue, event planning is a whole other story.
Yeah.
But with God's grace, nimerecord album, imeisha, event planning, imeingia vizuri sana. And thank you to every partner mwenye nimepata so far, and the venue that is Triplex Lounge hapo Kasarani. Shukran sana to everyone. Na wenye wamenisupport hadi jana showcase. Some people actually turned up. And I really appreciate.
All right. As we finalize, what exactly should we be expecting from the album? Of course, it's love songs. Is there something else that we should anticipate from it?
Chanianzia na kusema album inaitwa Love Tales.
Love Tales.
Kujibu swali ya kani ya mapenzi, it's called Love Tales. So it's stories of love. Nitakungoja, nilingoja. I'm still waiting. There are other songs in there, like I have a song called Reason. Yeah, this today. Naona hapa kwa mapenzi, heartbreak bana. So give me a reason to why I should go back to loving again. That's how Reason came up. There's also simping. Najua pia usanii tuna simp kidogo. Ni lines, najua ni music.
Yeah.
But in the whole album I have a lineup of 9 songs. Of which in one I'll be, there kuna collaborations mingi hapo katikati. One even with Wanchini himself.
Okay.
He'll be my guest artist at my album launch.
Okay.
What other detail am I missing? Ni mark date 12th February. Feb.
From what time?
Itakuwa from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m.
All right. There you have it. So for those who would love to follow you on social media, where do they get it?
Sunrise Alfie on every platform. Sunrise Alfie.
All right. Sunrise Alfie, how about you serenade us with one more song as now kituambia kwa heri. We'll see you on the 12th.
Wakwa wateka kwarata kaire tugabaka ationa defata wakwa watogane jaba nyodo ayarata tigana nao twasemania kajera nyanyeta kaire tugabaka kesiria nyanyeta kagwa kwaga getwa musie muthenya niguthie bate atata mokagwa kwa musie wendo yurenge nie ndikwenda ngaikara kesiria wendo rimihaka ngona tuothire wendo rimihaka ngaikara kesiria wendo rimihaka ngona tuothire wendo rimihaka watweka kwarata kaire tugabaka ationa defata wakwa watogane jaba nyodo ayarata tigana nao wakwa watweka kwarata kaire tugabaka ationa defata wakwa watogane jaba nyodo ayarata tigana nao.
Alfie Sunrise, everybody, and Alfie's interview gets to finalize our interviews for the day. You definitely know what time it is right now. It is time for us to get down, literally, with our DJ giving us back-to-back music. So get your dancing shoes and let's get to it.
Unique boy.
She can be a lover, she can be a fighter. Ananikumbuka, ananipa mahaba. Siwezi taka tena, nimejipata tena. Siwezi penda tena, nimejitenga tena. Siwezi taka tena, nimejipata tena. Siwezi penda tena, nimejitenga tena. I can write this letter, all I had is paper. Can't believe what it is, all I had, I don't know what you see. Everybody wanna feel like me.
Ready wa mapenzi wangu na kuenzi. Ready wa mapenzi wangu na kuenzi. Looking in your eyes, I feel the vibe.
Nichape Monday to Sunday, nakutaka siku zongo, ukicheza lingo tena kwa maringo, nakutaka siku zongo, ukicheza lingo, tena kwa maringo. Sengunga maingunga, ngunga maingunga, sengunga maingunga, ngunga maingunga. Na hata nikilala naota ukichezanga madoba, huku ukitingisha madhuda, bila wewe nitanyuria. Wewe ni malalabai, nasinzia kwa riba zako, my painting nakudigi unanidigi love, bila wewe sipati sigino. Wewe ni my painting, bila wewe mimi ni nothing. Nyumbani kwangu nimejaza you are painting. Sipokuona I'm fainting. Nivi sanga tuza over 18, sio under 18. Nipeni shande, nichape Monday to Sunday, nakutaka siku zombo, ukicheza lingo, tena kwa maringo, nakutaka siku zombo, ukicheza lingo, tena kwa maringo. Bringing me, I don't know, niwe na no no, niwe na no no no. Bringing me, I don't know, niwe na no no, niwe na no no no. Sengunga maingunga, ngunga maingunga, sengunga maingunga.
statue. Inua mkono alafu cheza na mguu. Piga statue. Na kulike mekuma.
The DJ other DJs wanna be. It's the one.
Biggest man take gam
DJ Unique,
na
the
kulike
messenger.
mekuma kweni tatu. Digida gidinya siaga gwadu. Una bend pose alafu na raru. Piga statue. Inua mkono alafu cheza na mguu. Piga statue. Na kulike mekuma kama tatu.
Simama kete, piga one lege. Tingiza kichwa ni kazi meshika bweze. Kispaki anguka nayo twende. Hapa ni kudance kubanju kama daily. Sipige makofi utachoka mikono itoma na utamiss nyingi. Sipige makofi utachoka mikono itoma na utamiss nyingi. Uno, bailando, umlando. Uno, bailando, umlando.
Piga statue. Inua mkono alafu cheza na mguu. Piga statue. Na kulike. Tushasikia.
Cheki niko bash na magoons, maji na mashash. Wako juu ati busy tiki dance to the tunes, busy tiki dance to the tunes. Juu pesa inakam, ikitoka klabu ninakam, nikitoka pesa inakam, ikitoka klabu ninakam, nikitoka pesa inakam, ikitoka klabu ninakam, nikitoka pesa inakam, ikitoka klabu ninakam, nikitoka. Yeah, fika on the floor, shake, balance. I know you a body, let me see your true colors get nasty. You do what you do on the floor, ukakazi. I wanna see you move, baby. You know how to party.
All right, there we have it. This is Entertainment Thursday, and this is how we do it each and every Thursday morning. This is the best way to start off your Thursday morning as we help you usher in the weekend. Tunasemanga Thursday is Friday Eve. It's Friday Eve. So tunaingia weekend, pole pole. And this is how we usually do it each and every week on Thursday. So you can tell a friend to tell another that KBC Channel 1, Good Morning Kenya is the place to be every Thursday morning. And we get to say goodbye to you. Thank you so much to each and every one of you who has been tuning in. DJ?
Yes.
Sherehe after hapa kuna pali pengine unaipeleka?
Hapa tunaanzianga hapa Thursday. Friday, Jabu Buy and Launch pale Kilimani.
Yeah.
Vibe upon vibe. So mtokee mazi. Kuna
Wakupate
wasi ukam by
huko.
the way. Kuna wasi ukam.
That's nice.
Wanakujanga. Mimi
Yes.
furahia sana. Thank you so much. So kesho Jabu Buy and Launch.
So wakupate huko
Wanipate pale.
tomorrow.
Yes.
All right, and that is how we finish off the show. On behalf of everyone who has made it a success, we wish you a lovely day. We know that you have gotten to enjoy yourselves because over here we have danced and we love it. So I'll see you next week, same time and place, God willing. My name is Vivian Degwa, and this is where I sign out. Goodbye.
Checking niko bash na magoons, maji na mashash. Wako juu ati busy tuki dance to the tunes, busy tuki dance to the tunes. Juu pesa inakam, ikitoka klabu ninakam, nikitoka pesa inakam, ikitoka klabu ninakam, nikitoka pesa inakam, ikitoka klabu ninakam, nikitoka pesa inakam, ikitoka klabu ninakam, nikitoka. Yeah, fika on the floor, shake, balance. I know you a body, let me see your true colors get nasty. You do what you do on the floor, ukakazi. I wanna see you move, baby. You know how to party or dance. Jeno make her drop that. She play with her balls like her first name Drogba, and she call me daddy, so I guess I'm the first guy. I see on my neck, on my chest, it be Costa. Checking niko bash, na magoons, maji na mashash. Wako juu, ati busy tiki dance to the tune, busy tiki dance to the tune. Juu pesa inakam.
Unique boy.
Leo sapa tunakuladi bora tushibe, mwiko refu tunafungadi mshipi, bora tupike kamba ya buto unaweza gongewa, hauna mbota na bado timing unatolewa, bora mpishi jumpishi bora shaolewa, easy but niko easy ganji kitolewa.
Baby don't touch me there, me gonna wake at you in the air. I mean say touch me there, sugar down low find me there. Hakuna jari vas nikishaka nagasi, I'm always on time. Hakuna zimefit kwenye nginyo ni my friends, feeling really high. I'm feeling best, like you feeling nice. I'm feeling best, like you cannot deny. Feeling really high. And I go medi bas me do medicine. Na doba zangu kwa keni therapy. Exhibiting, I'm stable from within. A win is a win, nikisha kanyaga sin. Mohana nice and lovely, sweet and sexy girl, won't you catch a wine for me? I take me back to December, ukipuliza kipenga, imeti wendo referee. Ashifula, bomekuza mulima. Anainama, anainuka. Atoti dedile sudika. Hakuna jari bas, nikisha kanyaga sin. I'm always on time. Hakuna zimefit kwenye nginyo ni my friends. Feeling really high. I'm feeling best, like you feeling nice. I'm really best, like you cannot deny. Feeling really
Let's talk about Waka Waka. This is Brooklyn Delegate, now for solution, now for transition. How about Yanni? Let me talk about Love Tour.
Yani na dufla, yani dufla. Wanasema nimesota, mi sina do. Mara niko wash na osha do. Wacha kuspread.
Katika Qur'an tukufu Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anatuamuru tukumbushane, kwani kukumbushana kunawafaa waumini. Kwa mujibu wa hadithi, Mtume Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam anatushauri tueneze ujumbe wake angalau kwa aya moja. Basi tunatia ari kufanya ambacho ni jukumu la kila Muislamu, kukumbushana mema na kukatazana maovu. Tunakuletea mawaidha za mashehe, wataalam, maustadh, madrasa, makala spesheli na Okti Fatuma Yakub, mafunzo na historia za mitume na maswahaba, na burudani kupitia nashid na wasifu za munshid. Tazama ukumbi wa Kiislamu nami Alishe kila Ijumaa saa 9:30 katika KBC Channel 1.
What is it to discern? What is it to hear God's voice? The Bible in the book of John tells us that my sheep hear my voice.
For you to hear the Holy Spirit speak to you, first of all, you must be a person of the word. Pia lazima uendelee ku read the word, because hakuna anyhow way unaweza sema that I will do kitu yenye God amenipatia kama sina njia wake nini zake.
Hearing God's voice starts from you having a relationship with God.
Are you a talented artist, or are you passionate about a topic you want to discuss? But money can be very hard to find for an upcoming artist. Don't worry, Studio Mashinani has got your back. Sign up on ajira.co.ke to book a session with your music and video producers across the country. Work on your music, jingles, spoken words, and even podcasts to realize your dream, all for free. Studio Mashinani, Radani Talent.